Who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are all set and ready to dive straight into towards day number 2 of Qualifier 3 finals of the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. I'm your Assassin 47 on the desk. With me is Aggressive, and we are very pumped up to see what exactly is going to happen in day 2 of the Qualifier 3 finals. We know for a fact that day 1 had an absolute banger of a game right there. All 5 of the games were so intense, and I'm so happy that Aggressive is going to be joining me on the desk as well today. And Aggressive, I know for a fact that you missed out on day 1. I really wish you were there, but it was me and Crips who enjoyed the show. But now that you're here, day number 2 and 3 should be a lot more fun because now the battle's getting intense. Let's take a quick look at day 1 standings so that, you could have a look at who exactly are the teams that are popping off as well. Talking about popping off, they're the ones right there at the first spot. Total of 78 points right there for them. Stalking Connor to the second with 71. Plain T on the third with 58. Plain T, despite having their own share of problems, they have managed to stay at the top 3 position every single match, Aggressive, and that is the best thing about them. Wasabi, over towards the end, made their way over towards the 4th spot as well by taking that champion to the final game yesterday, and Skyhawks and Moth, they're going to be the ones to look out for today because the battle is going to be very intense over there. But more than that, we're going to focus a lot on Team Sage, 100 Ping, and Clutch Ministers because they're really, really close to each other. Even Dream Esports India, but Dream Esports India, yesterday's performance wasn't the best, but yeah, somehow they managed to make their way over towards the 10th spot. But today, I really want to see teams like OP Skills, Fall Spread, and Enoch Gamers to go ahead and showcase to us a little bit more because yesterday we have seen them go ahead and take on the behemoths like Popping Off and Stalking Connect. There were times when Fall Spread, OP Skills, even Tamil Esports took some very, very interesting fights. So these are going to be the teams that we're going to be looking out for today if they can make their way in towards top 10 or even top 6 because day 2 has a lot to offer.
Yeah, it's all about understanding what you did wrong in day number 1 and coming back even stronger in day number 2. And hey, I was not there in day number 1, but after what you could have told me previously about all of these teams, I'm really excited to see because when you consider Qualifiers 1 and Qualifiers 2, it was a roller coaster of emotions, especially Qualifiers 1, because right down to the wire, we saw a lot of things that we didn't really expect would happen, but hey, it did happen and we were all surprised. And I'm really hoping that in Qualifiers 3, the grand finale, before we head on down over to the grand finals, where all of these top inning teams are going to be facing off against one another, the thing is, you guys always have to remember that only the top 6 teams are going to be heading on down over to the grand finals. And the fact that the grand finals are right around the corner and only a couple of days off, ladies and gentlemen, these teams, they need to fight their hardest. There are no more second chances. It's the last chance that you will have to guarantee your spot in the grand finals for the Rise of Legion, presented by Lenovo and Intel. So, Assassin, we know for a fact that Popping Off, they have 78 points on the board, but their second team, they're just right around the corner. There is no way they're going to be able to miss anything out. And I like the fact that every single team, on this scoreboard is very close when it comes down to the terms of points. Normally, we see a lot more point discrepancies in here and there, but still, hey, The teams are ready, and we are as well. And we're going to be heading on down over into the match in a little bit after a short word from our sponsors.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for match 1 for the day. Looking to see if some teams are going to be making their way over towards top 10 The likes of OP Skills and others, Team Tamil Esports as well. I'm gonna look for some early fights here. You're gonna be seeing the side of popping off, making their way once again towards the Fragmentees. Their usual drop. And yeah, the other teams, as always, going over towards the Skyhook. You're gonna be seeing a team drop down over towards the Countdown, one going towards Thermal Station. Another team approaching towards the tree, which is a hot zone for match number 1. And yeah, we've got a team moving in over towards the Dome as well. Interesting, right there. I thought they might be making their way over towards Lava City, but I guess they saw the purple team headed in over towards Lava City. So they were like, you know what, nah, this is going over towards the Dome. Got a team moving in over towards launch site. So overall, a good spread coming out from all 20 of these squads, but more than actually 18. Only got 18 squads here, not 20. And yeah, no team has made their way in over towards Harvester, so that's something.
Playing it slow and they're playing it smart. And the fact is that having such a wide spread, yes, we're not really going to be seeing a lot of action right off the get-go, but I believe a little bit of the action is already on point. We can see Stark Incarnate being in a pretty sticky situation of their own. They get tagged out and they need to back themselves out of the bare minimum. The Devils, though, going in for that first initial engagement. L-Star absolutely destroying the hopes and dreams on towards the back end. That's going to be the first initial kill already, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Yami getting the first initial one, and Yami, good kill coming in down from him, but the one right above him, the drop down's going to be coming on down through a beautiful usage of ability. Now the push is already there, the kick to the face to finish everything off. Beautiful work from the side of Ravi, ladies and gentlemen, to get the last 2 kills right inside the building with his friends giving him the backup that he deserved. That's going to be the first initial squad wipe already, ladies and gentlemen, and I thought that it was going to be a slow start, but hey, the Devils, they started off on the right foot.
So the Devils once again going to be going ahead and they're going to take that early fight, just like yesterday. Yesterday towards the very end, we saw them go ahead and take that early fight as well. On towards the side team Tamila, so they're going to be doing that. Hey, the side team is still Killers right now. We are going to be seeing them right in front of our eyes as they are about to move in towards the epicenter. Got themselves L-Star and R99s, the Devils. What about another squad? And Overlook is going to be something that they would like to capture.
Playing it slower than expected, though. The Devils, they're a team that love to go in for a little bit more of a dive play, but they're not opting to go in for it because you do need to remember they don't have the Revenant ultimate in their favor, and they're just waiting for that. A couple of good shots from that wing and gonna be able to tag down one of the players and crack them down to very low levels of HP. Arc Stars are gonna be thrown as well. The jump pad is ready, though, for the side of Zami, and he can easily use it to go in for that jump play. They're just waiting. They're just chilling. They are not going to take the risk just yet because they know for a fact they need to push themselves up forward when it comes down to the point margin by a lot. So it's better to head out immediately because they know if they try to over-aggress here, they're in a very bad position and they could get third party in a matter of seconds. But forget about the third party because it's going to be Faraj just going in for a couple of his own plays. And hey, Assassin, I still remember that I was really hoping that Faraj would be playing back in Qualifiers 1. And now that he's finally here in Qualifiers 2 with Northern Breed as well, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, really excited to see what exactly we are going to be seeing from the Sanity popping off. They have already secured themselves the first spot on the overall standings, and they might just go ahead and secure themselves this squad wipe as well. The Feast of the Hunt from the side of Startup Guy. Interestingly, today's Startup Guy is playing the Bloodhound. Yesterday, he was playing Revenant one game. He seems to switch up. Yeah, now I'm going to be seeing the side of Stark Incarnate go ahead and get themselves a squad wipe as well. Stark Incarnate, mind you, aggressive. This is the squad that is currently toe-to-toe, head-to-head against the side of Team Popping Off. So yeah, they're the only ones who are actually going to go ahead and challenge them out as well. They have an amazing playstyle.
Yeah, I can already see they're super aggressive. They know what engagements to take and they know what fights to go for. Beautiful tracking from that Gibraltar to go in for that first initial engagement, but they still need to survive. Destroyer INCR. Still not out of the dead waters just yet because they are getting stormed from multiple different angles. It is going to be 100 ping going in for their first initial fight. They know where the players are, but the termites are just going to cause so much damage. They cannot go in for this engagement yet. If they try to go in for something like this, they're going to be in a pretty rough spot. The Gibraltar Seal is no longer going to be in play, but still they're using the termite as like a pseudo smoke to try and survive this first initial engagement. But with the third party already running on down through on the other side of the map here, they need to try and finish off this fight almost immediately, but Stark Incarnate, they're not getting pincered. One on the top lane and one at the very bottom, and another team already pushing them as well. They're in a very sticky situation here, Assassin. I don't know how they're going to be getting out of this unscathed, or even getting out of this at all, seemingly.
Well, for now, those talking Connect, they have managed to make their way out of that building, and they might just go ahead and chase off that team as well. But onto the other side, what I'm more concerned about is the fact that still killers, they're in a little bit of a problem, and they have to get out of this situation. Because if you take a look at it, they don't really have the best of the loot, right? As in terms of the shields and everything as well. We have got one player who's on the helmets, that is going to be Coca Demon, whereas Viodorolo, he has got himself the blue shield, so there's nothing to worry about. Kakashi, he still has to upgrade his shields, and I feel like that is going to happen really soon once they are about to do some damage and upgrade their shields, or maybe just find themselves a shield as well. So yeah, starting on it, over back towards Skyhook now.
Yeah, now back to Skyhook. We already see the Stark Incarnate. They know where the other roster is going to be at, and it's going to be 100 Ping versus the side of Stark Incarnate. One has the high ground and the other doesn't here, Assassin. I don't like the odds here. Stark Incarnate, they're in a very strong position, and they can also cut off the rotations that could be coming on down through Bahay. They understand. They're playing for the placements here, and they are not going to get caught out by a third party. They're going in for an immediate rotation straight into the circle, and I like this Assassin. They're playing it smart instead of playing it aggressive.
Stark Incarnate are going to take the jump tower, and they're going to make their way straight in towards the lava. Wait, hold on a second. It's thermal station, right? If I'm not wrong, yeah. No, hold on a second. It's lava fissure. So they're moving over towards the lava fissure, and yeah, they're going to try and hold on to that area now. Stark Incarnate, I'll get one shot as well. There's another squad here. Wow, today as well, Team Sage have only got 2 players. That's sad. Yesterday
Yeah.
also, one game, their third guy did not join, or I don't know what happened, but yeah. Had a little bit of problem right there. Stark Incarnate, they're going to go ahead and use the replicator. So maybe try and craft something. What is it going to be? Is it going to be the purple helmet or the purple backpack that is currently in the rotation? Maybe it might just be the boosted loader as well. That is today's daily rotation.
Assassin already memorizing all of the daily rotations here, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, Wasabi, they're in a pretty sticky situation of their own. It is going to be the other opposition, but still, Shanks, he just gets caught out by a pretty bad situation. Wasabi, they're going to be able to finish off the first initial player, and without Shanks now, it's just going to get even more difficult. Wasabi, even though they had such a bad situation on their cards, they're going to be able to survive that. But I think that there is an immediate third party that should be coming on down through soon enough. But no, it is going to be the side of the Vitality getting the force onto the back foot back towards the other side of the map. It's got the task force going in for their own initial engagement, a couple of pop shots, and they're just not going to be able to find that kill. They will survive though, because they do have the Remnant of Men in their favor. A jump pad placed in the proper position, and the fact that they're already weak is just about finishing off all of the business that they had unfinished here. A couple of kills here and there, and a couple of pop shots to finish everyone off. And I think that only one member survived from this squad. Yeah, I don't think anyone survived other than one member, I'm sure. Oh no, don't do it like that.
No. Oh. Alright, that's gonna be the finisher coming in. See? But yeah. Anyways, Task Force, they're the ones to go ahead and get themselves a squad wipe as well, so that is good. That's a start for them. Task Force yesterday, a grumpy little start, but maybe day 2 might be different. Never really know. The Sonar Scan comes in and Skyhawks. Position is going to be revealed. They're going to be using the jump pad in order to go ahead and take the fight, but no! They miss that, and yeah, one player is just going to drop down. We're going to be seeing what exactly is that. There's going to be the TP shield coming in, and we are also going to be seeing the Gibraltar's defensive apartment.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be a lot of damage in a basic situation. The charge rifle doing so much damage. Poor old Kimmy. He's not gonna be able to survive for long. He needs to get out of the way almost immediately. There's nothing that he can do. And Skyhawks, like the hawks that they are, trying to hunt down this poor old Gibraltar. Let the tank boy live. He's just not gonna be able to do anything. Stuck between a rock and a hard place and nowhere to run. No teammates to find. He gets taken on out, and Skyhawks, they're not done just yet. Hellstar on one hand and Charge Rifle on the other. They're just lasering people down. But a little bit of a questionable use of the shield to try and survive into the open and just pick up the loot box. Like, I can understand, but at the same time, I think they're desperate for the loot as of right now. They don't have shields to work with. They don't have much, and they just need to get themselves up. And in some way, shape, or form, because Skyhawks, they had a very slow start here. The fact that they had such a slow start is not going to be anything that they can rely on moving on down the line. Clutch Ministers, so on the other side, they have a pretty strong building control in their favor. And the fact that they have that control, they could just catch one of the rotating teams off guard if they're able to get a wind of them a little bit earlier. But no one's going in for recon details just yet. But popping off, they have the center of the map in their favor. And the fact that they're at the extractor here, Assassin, they can cut off any team that want to go inside of the circle. If they're able to hold that position properly, yeah, I think that they're going to be the contenders to win everything out here.
So yeah, Clutch Ministers. Ooh, nice. Flixie. The correct time is going to go ahead and use the scanner as well. Maybe seeing the scanner is going to detect one hostile. That's it. But yeah, Clutch Ministers themselves are going to try and play it safe because they really want to place themselves at a good spot aggressive. They really want to rack up these points. But at the same time, they know for a fact that if they do go ahead and rack up some kill points on top of that as well, things are going to be much, much better. Now the sonar comes in, and that's the entire squad trying to rush down over towards the side of Clutch Minister. Yes, Easy's live. He just has to escape out of there. Maybe he has to press Q down the stim and just make a run for it. Take this fight alone. Teammates are going to try and maybe help him out as well. They know for a fact that might be at a disadvantage here because of the positioning.
Might be able to hold down the fort, but at the same time, Clutch Ministers, they're not in a position that they really want to be in, because with that scan should get caught out because Skyhawks, they have the upper high ground advantage. In fact, if they have that high ground, they also have a seer. That seer is gonna make things a lot more difficult because when the circle is right against your backs, yeah, you have nowhere to go here. And they're hurting quite a lot. Plain T, they got caught out. Two of their members are already down. Last member is gonna be Mr. Binary Code, and I have no idea what his name is. Assassin, you can like me just a little bit.
100 ping for now though. They are going to be facing off a team. And yeah, that team is on top of the bridge, by the way. And the bridge position is going to be advantageous to them as well. 100 ping. So they are outside of the ring as well, and they need to make their way in.
They don't know.
There you go. They're going to be moving into the ring as well. And Skyhawks, they're actually the ones who are being the Skyhawks right now. To be on top of the bridge.
Very slow match, to say the very least. All of these teams, they're just playing it systematically. They understand that they're in a pretty bad position, but I don't like this 100 ping. Right beside you is going to be the likes of Skyhawk, but the fact is they were getting third-partied by another team on the other side of the map, and they were not peaking this quarter. Otherwise, 100 ping, they would have been in for a world of hurt. One of their players have not yet gotten out yet, and finally, they're in a safe haven. They can easily survive any sort of engagement that they are going to be getting themselves into because they are in the bunker and they can also go in for a safe rotation. They're able to get out of that sticky situation, get themselves into a better spot, and now they're going to be slowly but surely able to head on down over to the possible victory that their side should deserve. But at the same time, Clutch Ministers versus the side of popping off. Who's going to be the engagement here, Assassin? I'm going to be handing you the mic because it feels as the Clutch Ministers, yeah, they're not going to be going in for a clutch play today. They just want to run away and they just want to survive. Ooh, popping off.
Yep, popping off. They're going to be losing Paraja. They have to go ahead and recover his banner as well. They're being pushed down. Northern Breeze is down to 2 HP and needs to make a run for it, but I don't think so he's going to be able to do that. Northern Breeze barely escapes. Startup guy needs to be the one to go ahead and get something done here, but no! Startup guy is also going to fall, and I feel like they're popping off. They're not going to be able to pop off, especially for match 1 for the day. Again, a little bit of slow start. Northern Breeze. Try and recharge his shields and use the med kit. Finally, 2 more seconds. Don't let him heal. No, don't let him heal. Don't make him take you guys down, because he will every single time the G7 Scout comes in, and Eva 8 is gonna. Oh, never mind. The Sentinel. Is that a Sentinel or that's a Sentinel, right? Yeah, there's a Sentinel to go ahead and take down.
No, Kraber.
No, it was a Kraber.
What? Did he just do it like that with a no-scope with a Kraber Assassin? Oh no.
How the hell did these guys manage to get Kraber this early?
Forget the fact that he got a Kraber, he just killed out Northern Breeze, close range, while dancing behind the shield with a Kraber. You know what would have happened if he missed that shot, right? He had no bullets on his flatline, instantly would have died. And I'm sorry, Tamil Sports, but What can I do here? He just pulled up a Kraber blade. That is a massive level of disrespect there. The Northern Breeze, he's gonna be feeling it. No more popping off as a champion this time around, ladies and gentlemen. It is gonna be the likes of Skyhawk trying to go in for this play instead. Will they be able to find it though, Assassin? It's going to be a question.
Hey, Skyhawks. Yesterday they had a pretty good performance, and I feel as if today is going to be no different. I really want them to go ahead and grab themselves a win as well today so that they can climb up the entire standings board. Tamil Esports.
Oh!
Hello, Alexa Peace. How the hell are you still down there? Why is the Bloodhound not scanning anything? Where's the Seer? What is Revo doing? Oh, finally! Gonna see the sonar coming in and might be possible. Yeah, Alexa Peace, he's making a run for it. He's making a run for it. He's gonna try and come in with a little bit of a flank so that he can go ahead and maybe get himself a squad wipe or maybe get himself a kill or two. But on the other hand, Clutch Ministers are making a run for it. They know for a fact that they're at a disadvantage here, and Reverb to try and stay alive. He has lost his shields, and Alex on Peace, he has also made it alive. Oh my god, why is no one giving any attention to this guy?
Well, let this guy survive. Like, it just looks good to me, and he's just like chilling. He's like cracking his knuckles, being like, yeah, boy, I'm gonna be living down here the longest. I'm gonna get that second place one no matter what. But at the same time, Clutch Ministers, beautiful level of tracking coming on down through from the Octane, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna be able to run himself down. Get that first initial kill, get himself out of that sticky situation as well. But still, the evade is gonna be a painful thing indeed. And it is gonna be Steve's life being able to become the kill leader with a beautiful showing of aggression coming out down through from his side, ladies and gentlemen. Clutch Ministers, I think they could just clutch out the win here, Assassin, and get that first one on the board.
Maybe. Clutch Ministers might be able to go ahead and do it as well. We know for a fact that Clutch Ministers are a team to look out for. I did point this out when we were taking a look at day one standings. Yeah, Clutch Ministers today, they're going to be feeling a little bit better. Yesterday there was a little bit of a grumpy start. Today might be the day. Hey, the rushers right now are trying to just rush around and interestingly, going to be seeing the Wraith using the Void Edge and trying to get some cover. Oh, the rushers, there you go. Yep, the rushers, they are about to go ahead and rush things out, stand true to the name, and they're gonna get eliminated by the side of Wasabi.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. Wasabi down in a 2 versus 3 situation. They give absolutely 2 damage, but still healers. On the other side of the map, they try to go in for a Levi straight in the middle of a fight. Will they be able to get this kill? Though, is a real question. Pull that shield on the other side, pulls out the R301, going in for a couple of pop shots, and it is gonna be Kokomon being able to get that kill down on the Devil King, finish off that squad, and keep their team alive, ladies and gentlemen. They're just not going to be looking up just yet, but at the same time, Skyhawks are in such a bad position. Two members have already gone down. This is going to be a 1 versus 1 situation. Kraber in the hands of Reverb to try and go in for this clutch. 1 versus already been picked up. Slowly but surely, they're going to be coming for them soon enough. Reverb, are you going to be actually able to do this? You only just have a Kraber and an R99 in your hand. The Kraber doesn't even have enough lot of bullets. Are they going to go in for a kidnap play here, Assassin? I believe that it's going to be kidnapped. He's not going to do it. He's actually going to do it. The kidnapping did not work out in his favor, and the kidnap worked! They're going through the portal, ladies and gentlemen, and the Reverb on the other side. There's no way that he can survive. Little bit of disrespect right at the very end from the side of 100 Thing. You just don't do a man like that. You forced him into a corner and then killed him like that. Assassin, I feel bad now.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone should, if you guys just saw what happened, but 100 Ping on the other hand. Oh man, fighting it out with the wingmans and whatnot. Skyhawks on the other hand. It's Still Killers. Your friends aggressive. Still Killers. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a off-topic thing, guys, but yeah, Still Killers are aggressive friends. And they might just be they might just be able to get themselves a squad wipe, or maybe they're gonna be the ones to get wiped out by the hands of Clutch Ministers. And 100 Ping, they're gonna chime in as well to this action. Oh my god, 100 Ping are gonna go ahead and be crowned the champions. Ooh la la. 100 Ping. That was quite a smart move being made by you guys. You just let Still Killers duke it out amongst the other team, and then 100 Ping just came in and finished things off.
Yeah, that was a really good plan coming on down from them. They just waited it out. They just finished their own fight already. So why should they actually go in for engagement after they finish their own fight? And that was a little bit of a questionable play coming on down through from the side of Clutch Ministers. They should have just waited. They needed to wait out the time just a tiny little bit more. They were already in a strong position. They had the own rock and their own high ground to work with. The fact that they tried to go in for a push against the side of Still Killers when they were in such a horrible position, such a good position, already, they should have just waited for that first initial engagement, waited to see which team wanted to go in for an aggressive play before they tried to bait their own move. Yeah, a little bit questionable right at the very end from the side of Clutch Ministers because I expected them to easily take this win in their favor. They had the better
Yeah.
shields, they had the better weaponry, and they had all the information. They were the ones going in for the fight against the side of one team 100 ping. But 100 ping, they were just chilling. They were easily able to make that rotation, wait for the fight to come on down through from the side of Clutch Ministers, allow the side of Stealth Killers to easily take down one member, and then go in for their own rush. It was just about cleanup duty. They had no health. They had absolutely nothing to work with. No shields, no anything pretty much. They didn't even have bullets in their magazines. What can you do there? Really well played around from the side of Team 100 thing. They understood what engagements that they needed to take and also understood how they needed to get themselves back out of those sticky situations. And I really like that kidnapping play, man. They won my heart just because they just kidnapped Reverb and sent them into the slapper.
Yeah, I mean the Sarah Team 100 ping, they played it up beautifully, by the way. Like the patient play coming out from them, the patience definitely paid out, and the way they engaged and third partied both Stealth Killers and Clutch Ministers is something that is to be talked about. We're definitely going to be talking about as well. The match highlights are going to be ready really soon, and as soon as they're going to be ready, we're going to be jumping straight towards the match highlights, and we are going to relive some of the moments throughout match one. But some of the upsets were really sad because we expected some of the teams to just absolutely do really good because they had everything that they wanted. But yeah, unfortunately, they were not able to make the cut. They just got caught off. Unfortunately, trying to make some rotations here and there and trying to make their way towards the zone and repositioning themselves. The match highlights are ready, so let's quickly jump straight towards the match highlights and aggressive. I want to ask you this: what exactly do you think was the best fight throughout match one? I mean, apart from the last fight, of course, I know your friends still killers. They made it to top 3, but yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you. What exactly do you think was the best fight? Do you think like the Devils should go ahead and get that award? Because I felt as if their first fight was actually damn good.
Yeah, their first fight was exactly good, but at the same time, I want to head on back towards the fight of we're going to be seeing it on screen soon enough, but I believe that the side of popping off, they performed a lot more stronger when it came down to their raw fights. Right at the very end, they just got caught off guard in a pretty bad situation, so they were not able to take that engagement, but you have to give it towards the side of Stark Incarnate. Just look at how they played this fight. There were 3 squads pushing them. Another person was coming on down too for the third party. They were able to finish off one of the squads, and then systematically, as soon as the other squad were pushing on in, they were able to sneak past through. That's why I would say that Stark Incarnate has my vote for having the best fight, and also the second vote have to go towards the side of Wasabi. Just look at this fight, man. Look at the fact that Moth had all of the advantages in the entire world. They made everyone low, and then Wasabi were able to turn the tables in a matter of a second. A lot of teams cannot do that, and the fact that Wasabi has that much potency puts them on a close second for me.
I feel as if the side of Team Wasabi could have done a little bit more, right? Like,
Yeah.
they had a really, really good squad wipe, and then they went on to try and get another squad. Well, unfortunately, not everything goes as per our wish, is it? But yeah, Wasabi, they eventually got taken down as well. I wanted to ask you, what exactly do you think went wrong for the side of Skyhawks, though? They had absolutely everything, right? They had a pretty good vantage point. They had a house as well nearby. They could have actually gone ahead and taken control of. But yeah.
I think that they just got a little bit too complacent sitting in one position. Like, I'd always talk about this in a battle royale. You cannot stay in one position for way too long, and the fact that they were sitting here in one position for way too long just ended it off for me. There was not much that you could have done there. Like, they tried to go in for those kills. Like, you can already see they had the advantages, they had the positions, but they didn't really just have the zone in their favor. They just needed to back on off almost immediately, but they still wanted to go in for that fight. If they just made the rotation a lot more earlier instead of trying to maybe take this fight from them, I think that they would have been in a better spot. Like, look at this positioning. They could have made a wraparound rotation play, thrown out a couple of utility, and then wanted to go in for that push. But at the very end, Clutch Ministers, They just forced them into a corner, and it was just about cleanup duty at that point. There's not much they could have done there.
Then we get on towards the final fight. We saw the side of Team Rushers who rushed in and got taken down. Interestingly, later on, we've got Team Still Killers who got one of their players knocked out, but then somehow they managed to go ahead and take down the Revenant as well and managed to go ahead and pick up their fallen comrade. Coco Demon, he was pretty down low though. You could have actually got taken down as well in that fight, but somehow he managed to stay alive. Rampage who worked out for the Gibby. We had 100 ping who were ready to take on this fight as well. 100 ping actually, I never really thought that they're going to be the ones to go ahead and take the champion saddle, but the patience, man, it pays off, and they go ahead and win it out as well in style when the side of Clutch Ministers and Still Killers were duking it out amongst each other. Only 2 players left out from the side of Team Clutch Ministers, and then 100 ping, they just came in, and they came in with their Mastiffs. They go ahead and finish things off as well. The side of Team 100 ping, congratulations for taking that win as well. I feel as if you guys are going to be bumping your way straight in towards the top 8, in towards the overall standings as well. Match 1 standings should be ready. And if it is, let's quickly jump straight into it and take a look at how many points did the side of Team 100 ping gather themselves. Because I feel as if it should pretty much be around 23-ish. Not sure though. I'm not sure how many squad vibes did they get, but yeah, should be close to 23, 25-ish.
The thing is that, considering what we saw on map number 1, I'm really excited for this entire set, Assassin. The level of gameplay that these people are actually showing absolutely astounds me, and the way that they're actually switching up and the matches are a lot more closer excites me as well, because normally what happens during a lot of these battle royale games, one team has so many points and they're leading the board so well that, like, we can already guess the number 1 position on day number 2. We don't even need to see day number 3. But here, I believe that we need to see all of these matches because of how incredible they actually are. So let's head on down over onto the match standings as they are prepared, ladies and gentlemen, and see where exactly the side of Clutch Ministers actually stand. And actually, they're the ones with 23 points on the board. Even though 100 team, they won out, they lost out because of the kill points here, Assassin.
So I feel as if the side of Team 100 ping, right? Did not, I expected close to like 20, 23-ish total points for them, but only managed to get themselves 19 even after that win. But Clutch Ministers, 14 kill points. God damn it. They're the ones to be at the first spot with 23 total points. Still Killers on the 3rd, Skyhawks on the 4th, Wasabi on the 5th, Stalking Current on the 6th as well. Popping off on the 8th, Task Force on the 7th. So the Task Force should be jumping up as well on the board, maybe closer towards 11 or 12th spot in the overall standings. Popping off should still be at the top spot. 100 ping should come up in towards top 8, and Clutch Ministers can also make their way in over towards the top 8. So that is going to be a little bit of a problem for the side of Team Mods, Team Sage, and the side of Dream Esports. Dream Esports might just drop down from the top 10 spots.
Yeah, at this point, this is going to be hurting a lot because in esports, them not being able to find out much, they're going to be dropping on out. And with that, I believe that they're still going to be in a pretty good position. A lot of these teams have gotten the points. They have the placement points in their favor. So we're going to be seeing a lot of switch ups when it comes down to the positioning. And with the overall standings already ready, ladies and gentlemen, let's head on down over there to see how the teams have gone up and down according to what happened in this match. And team popping off, they're still going to be in that number 1 position here with 83 points when Sark and Carnage on the number 2 with 79. But Plain T, Wasabi, Skyhawks, Clutch Ministers, and 100 ping, they're slowly but surely inching closer and closer to that position. And if the side of popping off and Stark Incarnate are not able to perform to the best of their abilities here in map number 2 and in map number 3, future sake, I would say, they're going to be in a pretty bad position. They need to break that 100 point mark immediately. Otherwise, a lot of these number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 teams, they're going to be catching up to them and dethroning them from that number 1 spot. And let's just talk a little bit more about the number 6 spot, Assassin, because you need to remember that the top 6 teams are going to be the ones that qualify. So the number 6 position seems really interesting to me because a lot of these teams, they're only 20, not even 20, 10 to 11 points away from that spot, and anyone can take it in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, popping off Right up there, they secured themselves 83 total points, so that's good. All they have to do is, again, just like yesterday, it's okay to start off slow, but eventually later on the line, they are going to pick things up and they might just cross the 100 points at the end of the day as well. Starking Garnet, I'm expecting the same coming out from them. Plainty, on the other hand, they are still at the third spot, but they are going to be challenged by the side of Wasabi. And Wasabi, mind you, have gathered themselves quite a lot of points after match one for the day. And Plainty, they did not have the best of the performance in match one. So let's hope that they are going to be getting back to that performance where they always used to stay top three at the end of the game. And yeah, they are going to be able to just solidify their hold on that third spot as well. Really looking forward to seeing what exactly they can do. But match two, moving in over towards match two, we're expecting teams like Starking Canada popping off to be playing a little bit more safely because, yes, they are going to be the ones who are going to try their absolute best to rack up as many points as possible because they don't want to go ahead and give out their position. They know for a fact all of these players and all of these teams are catching up slowly and they might just pose a threat to their position on the overall standings. So popping off and Starking Carnet, they're going to play a little bit more smart, a little bit more safe. The side of Team Starking Carnet for now, the entirety of day one, they dropped in over towards Skyhook. Today, day two, match one, also they dropped in over towards Skyhook. We're expecting them to maybe change their drop side, or if they are dropping in over towards the Skyhook, to go ahead and take that early engagement as fast as possible, loot up as fast as possible. Because the problem is that the side of Team Starking Carnet, they go ahead and get the loot, but later down the line, when the actual fight happens, they are left out in a position where, it's just a whole lot of chaos. But let's not speculate much. The match is ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight into towards it after the message from our sponsors.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rise of Legion presented by Lenovo and Intel as we are back with game number 2 and the players are just about to drop off the ship, and let's see who's going to be shining brighter than my bald head and take the number 1 position here and become the apex predators of this matchup and try to shoot up on the leaderboards here, because considering all of the points that we have on the board here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to see how these teams are going to be playing their cards and what sidelines they really want to go for, because with the spread of everyone all across the map, once again, we are not going to be seeing much here, but Fragment West and Fragment East, yeah, they're going to be seeing a lot of action because 2 squads, they're landing right next to one another. Assassin, take it all away because it's your favorite side of the map, and let's head on down over onto Fragment East and see.
Yay, Team Moth are going to be right in front of our screens, and well, interestingly, they are about to make that drop as well. Taking their sweet time. They're really fun, and they're taking their sweet time.
They're chilling.
Yeah, they're not, that using that trick as well, waving, creating that wave, and then dropping down so that you gain velocity.
Oh.
Troublemakers, on the other hand, they are taking that jump tower and want to make their way on top of this building where Havoc is going to be found. Let's hope he has a turbocharger for it. The fastest spin up.
Now, this is what I'm kind of worried about here, Assassin, on this side of the map, because I saw popping off land with one other squad. I couldn't really catch their names, but already the first initial fight is going to be happening. And if Pop-Off died here, it's pretty much all but dusted for them. Devotion coming on down from the side of Northern Beast. He's going to be able to survive, maybe get a couple of pop shots, but he does get cracked, though, because of a well-placed Arc Star coming on down too. But still, Destroyer, he's gonna be able to survive, and it's gonna be Stark and Turner going up against the side of Pop-Off. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 and number 2 seeds, they're not fighting facing off against one another right on the get-go. Who's gonna be winning out this fight here? All of them have purple shields, they have a lot to work with, but they don't have the HP though. Prod getting tagged down very low levels of HP. He's gonna be able to get that first initial kill, and with that first initial kill, oh, I'm really sorry, Prod actually gets 2 kills, 1 member remaining from the side of Popping Off, and it's just gonna be Destroyer. Will he be able to survive? Will he be able to clutch this one out? Is gonna be the real question here. Golden Reach, he does have full HP, a couple of more pop shots here and there. It's just gonna be the thing that they need to maybe change up the flow. And Proj, is gonna be able to pop up a Phoenix, and with this Phoenix, this should be the thing that he needs. This should be the play that he needs to try and make it all happen, but Destroyer just couldn't make it. He couldn't go in for that clutch. Good dances from the side of Northern Breeze, ladies and gentlemen, right around his shield. He's gonna be able to get that flash kill down onto his own twin brother, and with that, he solidifies himself as a Brother Gibraltar, and that number 2 position here, Assassin, yeah, I think that's up for grabs at this point. Keep popping off, they're gonna be able to take down their biggest contestant.
So popping off, they've lost the startup guy. They have to deliver that to the beacon and get him respawned as well. Plenty on the other hand, they are taking a fight here inside of the cave. Feel as if might just be seeing Plenty going out and coming out on top in this fight as well, because look at how much they have loaded themselves up with all of this loot. Two of their players already on the blue shields. We've got that player that is the Horizon, which is going to be on the purple shields as well. Got himself an L-Star. Not a lot of bullets though, 120. You better go ahead and be careful. You're spraying that down.
Just about taking it slow and taking it steady. Plenty best to not go over aggressive here. They need to try and play for placement points a little bit more, and they need to try and stabilize themselves before they start to go in for engagements a little bit too aggressively. Wasabi one towards the back end. They're going to be going in for that first initial pride, and it's going to be Proj getting that first initial kill. Team popping off. They know exactly where to pop off on. And they're gonna make that push happen. Jump back straight in for it, and it's gonna be an earthquake shattering through the entire plains of World's End, ladies and gentlemen, as Northern Breeze jumps down onto the ground and going in for his hunt. And now, yeah, it's pretty much cleanup duty. They know exactly where they are, and they're just gonna hunt them down, kill them off. Good tracking from the side of Proj. But we already know this guy is just way too good when it comes down to those tracking.
Wasabi lost Peanut. The Gibby shields are no longer going to be available, but the rest of the two are available. And they are going to try and maybe escape out of these popping off. They are chasing them, by the way, so really looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to be coming out from the side of Team Popping Off. Team Sage, on the other hand, taking the jump tower, and they're going to be announcing their presence as well. Wow. Dream Esports, they are going to be chasing them because they are on their ults, the Death Totem. Coming out as well from Prom, but oh, the Death Totem is going to run out, and now they are going to be having a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, they're not in a position where they can actually take this fight, but hey, if they want to go for it, just go for it. Popping off, they're going to be able to finally find the fruits of their labor and take out the side of one of the members of Team Wasabi, but that's pretty much it. Peanut's still going to be down on the other side of the map, but there's no way that his buddy's going to be able to pick him back up. And now it's just a time for them to run on away, heal themselves back up, and get themselves into a better position. Proj is going to be the one with the kill leader with 5 kills in his favor, and with that, they're going to be already going in for that fight, but back towards the back end, it's going to be Team Mod going in for their own fight. Vitality spots out one of the players, goes in for a couple of pop shots, and he is going to be able to crack one player, but who is that player on the other side is going to be the real question. What team did they actually spot out, and who are they going to be taking this fight against?
So Team Moth right now are going to be facing off against the Sara Team OP Skills. OP Skills know where exactly Moth are, and maybe if Moth might just be able to make their way out of there, they should not have to face off this Wrath coming out on the side of OP Skills. Got their flatlines armed and ready, especially Black Wolf. Spot himself the purple shield as well. Iron Man is going to be on the drone. Going to try and use that crypto drone to gain some information. And I feel as if Iron Man is he going to find some valuable information to be able to tag some of the teams out there. Black Wolf has already got a team right in front of his crosshairs. He's not going to engage though, and that is the wise decision right now. All they want is information, and they're going to gather that, and they're going to fall back. Range is not going to favor them in that fight, so it's better to just fall back, retreat, and play it safe. Make that rotation, get into the zone, and maybe just cam the edge of the zone. Use that to go ahead and wipe out a few squads as they're trying to make their way in as well.
Yeah, now it's just time to go in for that push. Not even try to slow it on down. Task Force, are they going to be the actual Task Force here and try to go in for an assassination onto their own targets? They're not going to be find on much just yet. They're going to be the ones to get on away, but down towards the back end, they're the ones getting shot on out. And they need to try and get themselves back out. They're using the enemy Z totem to their own advantage, and they're going to be the ones to try and dictate the pace of this fight. But hey, Enpo, they're going to be the ones to survive, and they're going to be the ones to play it down. So Task Force, they have a better position for themselves straight inside of the circle and having a good building control. And it's very important to have a proper building in your favor, especially when you're playing that Caustic. Otherwise, that Caustic is really not doing much, and you're better off trying to go in for another legend entirely. Couple of good batteries from the side of Peace. It's gonna be in a pretty good spot, but at the same time, OP skills, yeah. They're in a pretty bad spot and they have nowhere to run. They either need to go in for that push and they need to decide almost immediately because they don't have a choice here. They need to go and they need to go right here and right now.
The side of team OP skills, a little bit of a problem. Two of their players are on that dead totem, whereas Vexenor is not. Vexenor is gonna get caught out as well. Blackhawk is gonna be inside of that Seer's signature ability. He's gonna get hit by the micro drones. Try and take that fight. I don't think so. He's gonna be victorious in this because he's moving in towards a fight where he himself is on low HP and two of the players are just trying to make a run for it, and one of them is on top of the house. Oh, never mind. That's another squad. They're getting third party.
Oh no, the third parties are already coming on in and it's gonna be OP skills in a pretty bad spot. They get shot in the back and they just want the skill. Let them finish them off here. OP skills are gonna be able to take down one squad at the bare minimum, but that other squad, they have their phone number and they're gonna be calling him already. And now, with that, Task Force, they're gonna be the ones trying to go in for that survival play, and they're gonna be the actual third party who are trying to take down the side of OP skills here. Are they actually going to go in for this push, though? It's going to be the real question. They're not going in for it just yet. They're just chilling. And Iron Man? Yeah, he's the crypto. Will he actually be pulling off an Avengers here? Or is he going to die out like his buddies as well?
I mean, the crypto drone can actually go ahead and take the beacons, right? It can actually go ahead and take the death cards from the boxes. So, let's see if he's going to be using the drone for that or not. All you have to do is just go ahead and deliver that to the respawn beacon. You can get both of his teammates back. He actually doesn't have to be physically there to go ahead and pick it up. Let's see if he's going to be making that smart move or not. It might be on his mind though, but the thing is that as soon as he's about to go ahead and get into that drone phase, his position is going to be revealed. We're going to see where the drone came from. We're going to go ahead and attack him as well. That is something that is a little bit of a worry here. Yeah, over towards this area, I'm going to be seeing around 4 to 5 squads who are just going to go ahead and duke it out against each other. They're going to fight and fight and fight until they see blood and they see all of these dead boxes racked up as well.
Yeah, the bodies are going to be piling up here already, ladies and gentlemen. And Coach, they have a really good position for themselves, but at the same time, they are staying in this one position for way too long. And I don't like this. Hawk, I understand that you like to live on the edge, my man, but with 1 HP and a sim beacon, I don't know. Assassin?
His name is Hawk Assassin.
Hawk Assassin. It's your brother, Assassin. Did you train him? Did you go to the same Assassin's?
This way. Kaja.
I mean, if he's playing bad, then definitely I trained him because I myself play bad. But yeah, he's playing really good, so can't be my brother.
Oh no, an assassin self-roasts himself.
Yeah.
What is this day? Which side of the bed did you wake up on, Assassin? Because I don't know this Assassin. Did you get abducted by an alien or not?
It's okay. Sometimes these jokes work. Sometimes they don't. But what will work out for the side of OP skills is to go ahead and maybe track down the squad right in front of them. Maybe take them down, you know. Maybe find them in a position where they're not going to be able to fire back.
How do they work the L-Star like this? I don't understand.
I work the L-Star like that. I absolutely love the L-Star. Like, it's so controllable and it's just cracked. This season is just really overpowered.
Yeah, the L-Star is just such a good weapon.
That too, this guy is using it on like an iron sight. No scope.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
That's why I'm saying, like, how do
I
they
pers-
work the L-Star like that?
I personally prefer the 3x HCOG. Like that just
Hey.
gives me all the vision I need. And the range just works out as well because of it being like it using an energy ammo. There's no bullet drops or whatever, so I can just go skrrr on that.
The L-Star is such a strong weapon. Initially, when it first came out, I was like, the L-Star is not going to be that good. But after I started using it slowly but surely, and I was like, God damn, this weapon is actually so powerful, both in long ranges and also in close ranges. It deals so much damage that you
Like, I
won't even
feel-
know. Yeah,
Like I feel all three of these weapons, like L-Star, Havoc, and Devotion, especially the Devotion, I feel as if it's like the best LMG after Spitfire.
yes. They never forget the Spitfire. The Spitfire is our lord and savior. But sadly,
yeah.
it's just in supply cases.
Yeah, Spitfire is just it's great, man. It's so good. You start the spray down and you end with a squad wipe. That's it.
Yeah. Like, now, though, when we talk about the side of Fragment East and Fragment West, all these teams, they're just chilling. It's gonna be Team Tamil going up against the other squad, holding on down through from the other side of the hill. Playing T, will they be actually able to take down the side of Team Tamils, or are they gonna be the one to take them down instead? They're just chilling here, but they need to make a rotation quickly, and they need to make the decision here and now. And they're making the decision. Yes, they're gonna be losing out on HP, but if they don't lose out on people, it's completely fine. They can just heal themselves back up and just give themselves their condolences, being like, we have the better position, we can make a rotation play. But with all the teams now converging here on one singular angle, Assassin, they look like ants right now because of the view that they have. View that we have, sorry. If the teams had the same view, I think that one of them would book it to the other side of the map right now.
Indeed, once again going in for that scan, and they know for a fact that an entire squad is right in the other building. What will they do though? Go ahead and engage. Are they gonna push? I don't think so. Push might not be the best strategy because maybe Tamil Esports, they're also waiting for the side of Team Plenty to push them down. And they've got themselves the EVA 8s and the shotguns ready, by the way. So, yeah. Team Plenty, they might hope that they are going to be able to think twice before making the move that they're about to make.
They're just playing it systematically. They're just playing it slow. Playing T. I like the fact that they try to force themselves into that rotation. And going in for that rotation play really does help a lot in the long run, to say the very least. Because if you try to go in and try and stay in that same position that they were previously, the zone would have pushed them, and then it would have been an advantage for the side of Team Doubles. Going in for that risky play right at the very beginning really did help them out, but at the same time, Moth on the back end, they have a couple of stragglers trying to make their way straight to the zone. But they're not opting to go in for this push here, Assassin, and not opting to go in for a push like that right now could just end things off on a bad note if they're not careful.
Team Moth. They're playing at the edge of the circle, and I like this. I like the strategy of just, circling around that ring. Just at the edge, trying to just find information, maybe catch a team if they're trying to make their way into the zone as well. And again, another scan. Hey, Vexenor's gonna die to the ring. What? Black Wolf is also gonna die to the ring? Interesting. Where exactly is this happening, by the way? Oh, 6 hostiles? 100
Oh my
ping?
god!
Oh, they're just gonna detect 6 hostiles in that one scan, and they might be just peeing their
told you,
pants.
dude, I don't like
they might
this.
they might be peeing their pants right now. And like, what are we supposed to do? We're so scared, and we're just at the edge of the circle, and the circle is shrinking in. We're like just standing on top of a table right now, both of us. There's no space.
Ooh, playing T. They're gonna be able to spot out one of the players. And look at these guys, they're just chilling, man. But they need to go. 8 hostiles. Forget about the 6, man. It's 8 hostiles. Everyone's here down towards the side of Fragment East. Assassin, I don't like this. You know how much I hate city fights, because in these city fights, it's absolutely impossible to tell what's happening, and it's gonna be the side of popping off. Still being able to survive, still being able to find those kills. They're gonna be able to take down that Gibraltar down towards the back end, and there is nothing that they can do to try and survive that. But they're not towards the side of Fragment East just yet. They're still holding on down through from the extractor angle. They find the other squad. Prowler's gonna be in hand, and a couple of pop shots from the side of Startup Guy, and a little bit of backup from his buddies. So it's gonna be the thing that finishes off the entire squadron. And Northern Greece, he has a Kraber in his hand. And you know how dangerous he is when he has a sniper.
Yep. That Kraber is something that you have to be feared Okay, you have to be scared about, by the way. And yeah, I'm losing words right now because I'm trying to make out the fact that Edit just opened up such a big portal and he's about to go ahead and maybe flank this team inside of the building. But little does he know that there is always one tracker in every team. And you're gonna get detected when you're trying to make that play. You have to time it right, and I feel as if he has timed it right as well. As Promise is going to be the one to go ahead and take down 2 players. Alex on piece going down. I'm Kratos is going to be found out as well. He's going to be knocked out. Dream Esports, a little bit of a problem right now. Omega Kuda is just bleeding out. Barely alive with 2 HP or something like that. He needs to go ahead and heal himself up, and he's going to be doing that. The syringes, where are the medkits, my boy?
Yeah, at this point, it's just about trying to finish up the beauties here. Plain T, they're going to be healing themselves back up. They're going to be cheating. They're going to be sipping their own tea. But I believe that Skyhogs, they have a couple of their own plans. And look at the spread here, Assassin. They're really close to one another. Only a couple of squads holding down their own buildings, but they need to get themselves out of these buildings almost immediately because they're getting a little bit too comfortable here. And it's going to be the side of team popping off, squatting off the team, and being able to finish them off. Vitality, he takes a backseat, and his entire squad is going to get wiped here one by one. Kraber in the hands of the side of Proj. He's just hunting down the players, and he's going to be hungry for the last one. But I like this. The entirety of their squads, they're not going to be going in for a push. Scratch that. They are going to be going in for the push, and Proj, he's going to be the one leading the charge.
The bombardment popping off. They're going to be concussed, and they're going to be taking some damage as well. But there is the Kraber there. Popping off. So Startup Guy is going to be the one to go ahead and take this fight. Oh, this is the second time this is happening. When Startup Guy tries to go ahead and engage into a fight, he gets taken down. And finally, you're going to be seeing the Kibi Shield coming in and Northern Breeze to go ahead and pat on the back of Startup Guy and saying that the fight isn't over yet, boy. Got a lot more to do. Get up! You've got a lot more to do, and you have to scan a whole piece of real estate for Northern Breeze. That is me and Paraj.
Oh. That's very much all done and dusted. Look at Proj, man. Just look at his kills. I'm gonna let you say his kills. What is this guy on?
11, yeah, I know.
He's just vibing, man. This is Proj things.
There's a Sprudge for you, man. There's a Sprudge for you. Yesterday as well, he did not perform this much. Today he's just, I guess he's angry after the first match. He's like, yeah, he's angry. He's like, after the first match, how dare we got taken down by that team, man? Come on, no way.
Yeah, that never should have happened, but at the same time, they gotta be careful. And honestly, Northern Breeze, this guy and his Kraber play, man. He's always such a treat to watch. At the same time, Plain T, they're in such a bad position. They're trying to survive. They want to go in and try and kill out the side of Proj's team, but they're just not able to find it. One in the back, one in the front. Skyhawks on the left.
Skyhawks!
And it's gonna be the side of popping up on the right. Skyhawks cannot get out of this sticky situation. There's no way that they can do it. Popping off. They have the better spot. They knew where the circle was. They had the hill in their favor. And this is why, Assassin, I was saying, you cannot stay inside of the side of Fragment East for too long. They pay the ultimate price for it right at the very end, and there is no way they could have survived. They went into the awaiting arms of the side of Team Popping Off, and Popping Off were like, come on, boys, give me a hug. Give me a big, fat hug, and I have a lot of bullets for you in the process as soon as the hug is over.
By the way, that final fight was in Skyhawk. It was not Fragment East.
Oh, wait. Sorry. They were heading on down.
It was Skyhawk. Yeah, I mean, Skyhook is a place that is being targeted quite a lot nowadays, and I feel as if Stark Incarnate are the reason for that. Most of the teams just want to go ahead and take them down and target them as well as they drop it over towards a Skyhook. But yeah, this time around though, it was actually the entire game thinking as if, you know what, let's just push all of these guys over towards Skyhook. Let's see if they're going to be able to work around the entire building and the terrain as well outside. Well, Popping Off definitely did, as they had something called as the Kraber on 2 players, not 1, but 2, on Praj as well as on Northern Breeze. So yeah, it is going to be the side of Popping Off to go ahead and use them in order to grab all of these kills. Startup Guy, he did have his own set of ups and downs, and I feel as if the side of Popping Off need to work on this a little bit more. The problem right now is that these players, Praj and Northern Breeze, both of them are concentrating with the Kraber, and they're trying to concentrate on the long-range engagement. Whereas Startup Guy is a guy who has got himself the Prowler or maybe the R301 or whatever he has. He tries to go in and engage up close and personal. Now that is fine, and the job of a tracker Sometimes it's just to come in with a little bit of a flank and, come up close and personal and take and execute some of these guys down. But moving in straight up like this instead of a flank, startup guy is actually, the thing is, Praj and Northern Breeze are not gods, right? They can't always hit everything. So they miss, and startup guy, he's expecting them to cover him and his push, and sometimes he gets taken down. That is what is happening right now. And then Northern Breeze has to take things on his own manner. He just goes in and then puts down the Gibby shield and pats him and picks him up as well. Yesterday, just like Crip said, like a baby. And he has to just go ahead and get startup guy back up and running. So that is something that Popping Off have to be careful about, by the way, because this time they got away with it, but not every single time they're going to get away with it as well. But hey, match highlights are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight towards the match highlights and take a quick look at what exactly happened over there. And aggressive. I feel as if, Stalking Card this time around, though, they had a pretty good start as they went ahead and took on the behemoths, but unfortunately they were not able to stand up against them. But still, I consider this as a good start because the side of Stalking Card, they were brave enough to go ahead and, take the fight against the side of Popping Off.
Yeah, Popping Off, they were just able to perform this a lot more better. And look at the way that they were jumping around the map. Look at the way that they were trying to go in for that engagement, not being over aggressive, using the fact that, hey, even though I'm dead, I'm still going to be able to go in for pings. I'm still going to be a nuisance to him, and I'm going to make him waste his bullets. And you need to remember something, Assassin. When the game is this early on, you don't really have a lot of bullets to work with, and you need to try and make use of everything that you have. And at the very end, Destroyer, he had absolutely nothing. And down towards the back end, he paid the ultimate price for it and did die out. But OP skills here, they did get a little bit too overzealous of their own. A little bit too much aggression, but they were still able to get that kill. But they were in such a sticky situation. And when you consider this entire map as a whole, Assassin, it was an entire roller coaster. There were so many highs and very little lows. Like, on a roller coaster when it just goes up, up, up. And it's like, can we already get down already? And then immediately when the down hits, you're like, please, I'm not ready for this. Please, don't do this. Please, no. And literally in one position at the extractor, there were 5 squads. 5 squads duking it off against one another. And there were 6 other squads in the sky. Just like, I don't understand, Assassin. This match was absolutely incredible and jam-packed with action. Not even a single moment did we spend trying to analyze the game and trying to, go in for some filler content. This anime had absolutely no fillers. It was just the main story.
I mean, yesterday we had 20 squads. Today we have 18. So, yeah. Even though 2 teams did not join, we still have it.
It should be slower. Like, it should be slower, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not, because all of these teams, they have just changed gears and they are going full on right now because they understand that till now, all the 12 games, I mean, sorry, not the 12 games, right? All the 7 games that we have played till now have been quite slow themselves. I mean, every single team was just playing really passive yesterday. Later down in match 4 and 5, we did see a little bit of a change in their stance, but not quite a lot. But today, there is an incredible change. We're seeing all of these teams just take on early fights right off the bat. Like, they're not scared. Going out and duking it out. And that's good. I like that. That's all fine. But the thing is, for teams that are trying to make their way on top of the leaderboard as well, forget all the other teams. Forget Lane T, forget Popping Off, forget Stalking Carnage. The other teams who are trying to make their way over to his top 10 and top 8, they're the ones who are actually kind of finding it difficult because they're not used to this, right? They're not used to this push coming out from the other teams. So that's going to be something that is going to take some time, though, to sort of, get used to. But hopefully they do, and hopefully they're going to be able to make their way over towards top 8 as well, like we expect them to. With that, Popping Off, we're the champions for match 2 of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And we are really excited to see what more Popping Off can do. We know their caliber, we know their potential of going ahead and just keeping that first position to themselves throughout Qualifier 3 finals. But yeah, match standings are ready. Let's quickly jump straight in towards it and take a quick look at what exactly is the story over there. Is Popping Off. They grab themselves 28 total points, which should pretty much put them at, 100 now?
Yeah, they're at 100. I just calculated it in my head. It is going to be 106. No, wait, no. It's not going to be 100. Yeah, it's going to be 106. It's going to be 106. Ladies and gentlemen, we can call it. They're going to have 106 points on the board. I do believe they did have 78 No, sorry. I'm sorry. It's not gonna be 100. It is gonna be 96. Or am I
Yeah.
dumb?
They had some 80.
No, they had
They had what?
78 points. 78 points.
Okay. Yeah. So we are going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be 100. They had 78 points, right?
Why?
Wait, it is
Okay,
going to
never
be
mind.
100. It's going to
Yes.
be 106.
Yes,
Come
yes.
on, man. Quick
Yeah.
maths. 78 and
That's
28.
true. My brain is a little bit off.
106.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll minus that. We'll wait for the overall settings and see what's going to be happening. Moving on now
Yeah.
forward, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're both bad at maths. Don't try to judge us on it. We're
I
cons-
called it out. Oh, wait, it's going to be 111. It's not. Was it not 78 points? Popping off had
Confusion.
popping off had more. I knew it. Yeah, they already crossed the 80 mark. Stark and Current were the ones who were at 78ish, and they were the ones who were trying to catch up to popping off. Yeah, it's gonna be 111 for the side of popping off and Stark and Current on 80. Come on, aggressive. What are you
Okay,
doing,
my
man?
brain, my brain is slow today. It's been a long time since I came back over onto the cast's desk,
I
and
know,
my
I
maths
know.
is a lot more slow.
Yeah, it's okay. All the assignment work is taking a toll on you, huh? It's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all have been there. But Moth have not been on the 10th spot, and it's gonna be a hurt. It's gonna be a big F moment for them to drop down into that 10th spot.
But the thing is, Assassin, considering all of the players that have moved up and down the rankings, we still see that the top 6 teams, they're still very much stable here. They have not really moved out much. And when you consider the standings as well, the playing team, once again, they're able to consistently keep that number 3 position, but right behind them is going to be the Rising Stars of Skyhawks. 65 points on this card, 3 points away from taking the number 3. And like, as much as we like to hype up the teams to try and go in for that number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, the main thing that we really do need to consider, Assassin, is that number 6 spot. The number 6 spot is going to be highly contested for, and the fact is, 100 ping Team Sage, Dream Esports India, and Team Moth, they're really close by. A couple of more wins from them, or maybe a good amount of placement points, should shoot them up almost immediately. But considering the amount of aggressive plays being made by the side of Clutch Ministers, I don't know how I feel about this. Because honestly, Assassin, look at the point margin. 19 placement points and 34 kill points. Clutch Ministers, these guys are way too aggressive for their own good. When you have the name of Clutch Ministers, you expect them to be a little bit less aggressive and actually rely much more on a little bit more coordination, maybe some game plans. But these guys are like, no, we're going to take down our W keys and we're not going to lift our finger from it.
Yeah, just like yesterday, we are not seeing Fall Spread. Fall Spread yesterday actually had a pretty good time. They were able to get themselves a couple of kill points, but today we're not at all seeing them. We're not seeing Night Howlers. We're not seeing the side of Team Tamil Esports as well try to put up some kill points. They're just getting taken down by all of these Titans who have suddenly out of the blue rised, and they have proven themselves to be much, much better than what they showcased to us on day 1. So as we head on over towards match 3 for the day, might just be seeing a couple more teams stepping up and putting themselves a lot more points as well in order to make it to the top 10 so that they can at least try and make it to the top 6. They can qualify on towards the grand finals as well at the end of tomorrow. That's going to be the final day for Qualifier 3 finals. But today, match 3 is going to be something that is sort of going to set a little bit of an idea as to what exactly we are to expect as we move towards day 3, right? Match 3 is going to be that that middle ground. We're going to get to know if whether or not a couple of teams are going to hold on to the position that they are currently holding or not. Are some of the teams that are down there in the 8th or the 9th spot be able to make their way up towards the 6th and 7th? Everything is going to be decided after match 3. Match 3 is ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight in towards it after the message from our sponsors.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to see that middle ground start up right about now. As we did talk about it, match 3 is going to be that middle ground. We're going to get to decide as to a lot of teams' positions on the standings at the end of day 2. But yeah, we are going to be seeing 3 squads headed in over towards the Lava City, by the way. Now 2 as 1 squad. They're going to look at the other 2 squads. They're going to be like, you know what? No, don't go in over towards Lava City. Let's just go in over towards the dome. Let's loot up, and then we're going to come back to Lava City and take the fight. We're going to try and third party, and both of these teams are going to take on the fight against each other. Over towards Fragment East is our lovely team, the side of Popping Off. Clutch Ministers have dropped in over towards Skyhook, once again, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, Clutch Ministers are going to try and get something done over here this time around, though. Clutch Ministers, I feel as if we're really, really close to getting something done in match 1, but match 2, they got taken down as well pretty early. Wait, hold on a second. That's not Skyhook, right? That's not. I'm being mistaken here. Yes, I'm being mistaken. I'm wrong. Stalking Current, on the other hand. Where exactly are they? Are they over towards the staging, or are they over towards Countdown? This looks like Countdown, by the way.
Yeah, now
Yep, they're in Countdown.
they're just chilling down towards the side of Countdown with the bow in hand as well. I really do love the bow, but at the same time, the bow is probably one of the worst weapons. Yeah, like, this is, like, I love this weapon, but it's so bad that I can't justify using it.
It's okay, you can say it is bad. It's bad. It is.
No, come on.
Wow, gold shields!
Oh my god, they got a gold shield out of the drop.
Yep, Coca Demon gonna be very happy. He's gonna let the Valkyrie have it. Valkyrie's gonna go ahead and pick up that gold shield. And Coca Demon is just gonna be like, it's fine, I shot it down for you. You can have it. I'm okay with sacrificing a few things for you. But hey, Plenty, they're gonna go ahead and get that scan, and then they're gonna spot out an entire squad. I'm gonna be making their way in over towards them as well. I'm not really sure if they're ready for this fight, by the way. Look at this. Only 60 on the mag on the flat line, and should not be that long until the Horizon is going to run out of bullets, and now he's going to run out of lives, man. He's going to be going down. Speed is also going to be knocked out. It's going to be all down to me. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I told you. They were not ready for this. I told you they were not ready for this fight. You shouldn't have gone ahead with these. But I understand. I understand their impulse decision of, taking a fight. Early fights, you love them, but at the same time, if you're not ready for it, then this is what happens. You lose 2 members, and you're gonna be left out all by yourself in a 1 versus 3 situation. That too, it's the Devils, man. They're known to make some quick bucks and with all of these kills coming in.
Oh my god, the devil serial child. He just went down and tried to go in for that kill, but he's not going to be able to fight it instead. He gets taken out down towards the back, and the Peacekeeper in hand going in for a couple of pop shots on that Horizon. Not going to be able to survive, though. It is going to be Yabby getting that final initial kill to finish everything off here. But at the same time, Team Popping Off, they're going in for their engagement on the other side of the map. Skyhawks, though, they're just chilling. They're not going to be going anywhere just yet, holding down the fort on the opponent board. Let's see where they actually go in for this push here, Assassin, because Skyhawks, they have a pretty good position, and now it's their turn. Do they want to go in for that push, or do they want to really play slow? Good tracking from the side of Mako here, ladies and gentlemen. Going in for a couple of pop shots, spots out his twin brother, and he's like, why are you running from me, man? You're supposed to give me a hug. I'm your brother. And then at the very end, he gets the hug, but he just pulls out his Peacekeeper and shoots him in the face. So, tough love, I would say, Assassin.
Yes, sibling love can be tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. A lot of people might be able to relate. But hey, a portal is going to be opened up, by the way, in order to go ahead and get that fallen comrade up and running. Side of Skyhawks, they've also got themselves off the screens a squad white. Reverb is already going to be upgraded to the purple shields, thanks to the amount of damage that he is going to be doing as well. Even though he did not get the kill, he did get some assist, so I guess that's good enough.
it down strong for now, but at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, Stark Incarnate, they're going to be going in for a couple of their own kills down towards the back end. Restaurant does get taken on out. He's not going to be able to survive for long, and Stark Incarnate, they're just going to be chilling. They're not going to be hitting anywhere just yet, holding down their own building on towards the back end. Light Ammo's going to be present, and they're just trying to survive this first initial engagement. And Enko, though, on towards the back end, they spot out one of the squads, and Pickle Rick, he's very low, but at the same time, Assassin, you know how much I love the name Pickle Rick. Oh, no, Rick and Morty, come on, man. You're making me want to watch the latest episode that came out.
Well, okay then. Good to see that side of aggressive, where he's an absolutely big Rick and Morty fan. Hey, Enoch Gamers. Well, I might be a fan of them if they go ahead and get this fight
Oh my god.
in their favor. But unfortunately, it is going to be the Bloodhound to be going down in Skyhawk. They've already lost our 2 players. San already about to lose his life, and he does.
Oh no.
Wow! Clutch Ministers, they come clutch!
Clutch, man.
And Scorpion was the one to wipe out that entire squad and become the new kill leader with a total of 4 kills to his name.
Nicely done, but still they lose out one member in the process, and I don't know how much I like that.
Lava Siphon, Wasabi. They love to drop down in this area, but most of the time we do see them move out of here. But I feel as if Moth, they are going to be the ones to run away this time around though.
Just a look at the amount of damage and look at the amount of utility being dropped onto one side of Lava Siphon. Just the amount of damage being dealt. It's a lot here in Wasabi. They're gonna be the ones to get that kill down onto the person initial squad wipe. And already, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 12 squads. Like, these maps are going in so quickly, Assassin. It feels as though we just start casting and already teams are just dropping like flies in a matter of seconds here. I don't really understand this. It feels as though all of these teams know where each other are exactly. They've done their homework and they know exactly where the best spots are to go in for the engagements, and they know how to go in and take the fights as well. Absolutely astounding amount of research being done by all of these teams. And now Team Says, they're looking for this third party here down towards the back end. They're slowly making that push happen, but they know that the engagement is there, but they're just not going to be going for it just yet. And Sark and Karna, they're right on the other side.
Talking Carnage. I'm gonna be expecting them to do something, but what I'm expecting more is from the Sada Team Sage. They're very, very close to be making their way over towards the top 6 as well, man. Like, they're in top 10, by the way. I'm expecting them to try and get something done, but what can they? When you're facing off against a team like Stark Incarnate, who are sitting at the 2nd spot in the overall standings and about to go ahead and dethrone the side of popping off if Stark Incarnate go ahead and get themselves a win and multiple squad wipes.
Now, it is going to be the side of 100 ping trying to go in for their own engagement. Knows for a fact that one of the fights are going to be happening down towards the opposite angle, but they need to be very careful. And just as I'm talking about careful, SKS, he dies out really badly, but in the Spitfire, the Adam Edith can actually maybe try and survive this and then go in for an engagement, but he needs to dip out and leave his buddy there. He has no way of trying to pick him back up. There's too many people on towards the other side, and he is not in the circle whatsoever. He needs to make a rotation play and get himself out into a better position almost immediately, ladies and gentlemen. And now Stark Incarnate, they're hunting them down, and there is no way that this squad can even survive this popping off, being able to hold down the high ground, but this position is just so difficult to hold in general if they get pushed from multiple different angles, and they understand this. Proj and his team slowly but surely making their move down forward, popping off, they're in the best possible spot. Proj going in for that first initial engagement, and Startup Boy, he's getting tagged down. Proj with only 1 HP, he has nowhere to run. 1 on his left, 1 on his right. He needs backup right here and right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Startup guy comes in as the driving force to end it all off, and they get the squad wipe in their favor with the Startup guy being able to save his buddy Proj. And honestly, Assassin, that engagement was a little bit too lackluster for my own good. My adrenaline was pumping, and I was ready for the side of team popping off to just die out there.
Yep, the Sada team Stark Incarnate. Lord has done so much damage, he's already going to be on the red shields. Oh, you gotta be scared about that guy. If you go ahead and face him off. Hey, there's a devotion there. Rahman. Why don't you go ahead and pick that up? You're running an R99 Volt. Both of them are SMGs. I mean, keep the Volt and maybe change for a devotion. That's just the love. That's just the love for the devotion that's speaking out of me. That's not me. That's not me talking.
No.
Sorry.
The devotion is not as good as the Bolt. I love the Bolt.
Yeah, of course, I mean. Both of them have their own pros and cons. But yeah, Devotion. The amount of damage it does as well is incredible. More bullets, more action while spraying down. Troublemakers, they are about to get a lot of action, by the way. Going to be spotted out by a team. The Beast of the Hunt is going to be activated as well. That squad are going to maybe try and come down as well. They are going to be outside of the ring and they have to make their way in as well. Felixi doing quite a lot of damage. These are clutch ministers. They've already lost Neezy, by the way, so let's see if this 2 vs 3 is going to be successful or not from the side of clutch ministers.
Ministers is gonna be one of those teams that actually could maybe pull off a miracle here, but the troublemakers, will they be causing trouble here? Assassin's gonna be the real question. The way they're actually trying to go in for these fights are going to be the most interesting factors here. Because now, let's just see how it is going to be working out. Because popping off, when you look at the current standings, they're at the very top. Stalking Incarnate is going to be a close second, and they're just a couple of points off of this. But at the same time, popping off, they're still alive. They still have a lot of kills in their favor, and they can easily push themselves up forward. But at the same time, Wasabi, they're on a close call. They can easily try and take the number 3 spot. They're not really a lot of points off. So let's see how they take this engagement here. Playing it slow, playing it steady here, ladies and gentlemen. And they spotted out that first initial squad. They're going inside of the cave, and the real question is now, Assassin, will Wasabi push this? Because I would have not pushed this whatsoever, because this cave, I absolutely hate it. Going in there is an absolute death sentence.
So for the side of Team Wasabi right now, on towards Canyon Pass. They are going to go ahead and face off against the side of Team Stalking Incarnate really soon, and I feel as if Stalking Incarnate, they're the ones who are absolutely ready for this. Wasabi, look at them crouching, sneaking in. Ooh.
Oh my god!
I like this, by the way.
Sneaky
I like sneak. I like stealth hunt.
Sneaky picky.
Task Force. We're seeing the dead protection. It's gonna be put down as well, and they are gonna go ahead and take on this fight. They're moving inside
of the zone.
Yeah, inside of the zone. Ooh. That is quite ballsy. They know for a fact that the vault has been opened up, and wow, using the dead protection to go ahead and pick up the loot and finish off the final player. That is nice. Whereas popping
Oh no!
they're also joining the exact same action, if I'm not wrong, correct? They are moving into the exact same tunnel. They're trying to take down the side of Team Task Force, and they're trying to take on that vault area.
Yeah, the vault spot is really good, but you need to go for it early. If you go for it later on and try to hold that spot, yeah, you're gonna get caught up from the angles. And now you know exactly why people don't like to go there, because this spot is a really dangerous spot, and at the same time, you are trying to hold an angle where popping off is actually on the other side. I don't really like this, and I don't think that the side of Wasabis are gonna be liking this soon enough as well. Or was it Wasabis? I forgot which team was down there at the bottom of the vault here, Assassin. It was actually Troublemakers. Yeah, Troublemakers, they're not gonna be ready for this. They're at very low levels of HP, and as soon as they head out of that vault, look at where Northern Breeze is. He's just chilling. He's just feeding information to his buddies. And the spread of popping off, I don't like this, Assassin. It's like a 3-way Bermuda Triangle, and they're ready to make the side of Troublemakers disappear.
Oh, he's using a syringe. Let's hope that he has enough medkits as well, because as soon as he's about to make his way out of that building, he's going to find a squad waiting for him. Let's hope that Troublemakers are going to be ready for the troubles that are about to come right in front of them. Popping off. They are going to be right here, and they are looking to go ahead and take down that team. And yeah. He's going to keep on waiting, though. Long range fight is gonna help them out as well.
They're gonna be chilling out and trying to maybe try and go in for that first initial engagement. So really not just yet.
They've actually
slow and steady.
they've actually left out that place. Wow, that's...
What?
They've actually popping off have left out from that vantage point that they had, and they're actually going in for this fight.
That is very much questionable from
I like this, by the way. You know why? Because they know that the zone is about to push that squad.
Okay.
And that squad is already going to take damage. So before they could even make their way into the zone, this is going to cut them off.
Look at that tracking, man. What is this guy?
Popping off is just pretty easy for them, man. It's just usual business. It's just everyday work for them.
Yeah, it's just like another day in the office. Like for us, it's just another day of casting, but at the same time, whenever
It's like
we see
the
these guys play,
it's like the Paul Brothers song, right? It's every day, bro.
yeah. And yeah, look at troublemakers, man. There's no way he can survive this. Like, what can he do here? He's just dead inside of the zone. He picks up his buddy's banners and be like, I'm not dying alone, man. I'm taking you with me at least to the grave. We are here together and we're gonna end it off all together as well. Not much that they can do here. Team popping off, going in for a couple of their own pop shots. Not for the fact that one of the teams are holding on down over from the right side, but they're once again giving up the advantageous position of having the high ground and trying to go in for maybe an aggressive play. They're expecting the zone to move over onto that singular angle, or it could be Moth just pushing his teammate forward. I like this. Just punch him forward even though he is down. Hey, if it works, get him inside of the zone, pick him back up, send him back down over to a 2 versus 3 situation. And I don't like what Northern Breeze is trying to pull. He's just diving down out of that zipline and diving back every single time. He's just toying with his food at this point.
Yeah, popping off. Once again, they're back to that vantage point. Not the previous one, but yeah, another vantage point that is. So it's gonna be pretty good for them. Moth once again camping at a place right at the edge, and yep, that totem is gonna come in, and they're gonna use that. Put down the jump pad and make their way over towards the other side, where they can go ahead and take on the Octane here. They'll be sent back to the dead totems, whereas 150 rupees mouse and Shax, they were the ones to go ahead and take on this fight as well. Hey, they are not dead yet. Shax was the one who was sent back towards the dead totem. Yeah, he's gonna be coming back as well to help out his comrades right here. Moth, he might just go ahead and win out this fight. Different fight over towards the other part of the map, where we're gonna be seeing Clutch Ministers trying to clutch things out as always, and that's gonna be Scorpion to use the Void Edge and get out of here. Flakesy is gonna be the one to follow his comrade as well, and both of them are gonna move in over towards Countdown. Go ahead and close out the doors, but little do they know that there is another squad right in front of them, right?
Yeah, they're not in a ready position for this. The Devils, they're maybe trying to go in for an execution here, maybe go in for a play, but look at their loadouts. They have absolutely nothing to work with. Prodi, we only had a white shield. There's no way that he can survive this, and now towards the back end, Moth is also getting pushed by another squad. Will they be able to survive this? Will they be actually able to go in for that kill? Vitality using the Beast of the Hunt, and a triple take in his hand is going to be able to take down one player at the bare minimum. And with that, is going to be that silver lining that they needed to maybe survive this first initial fight. But popping off, just look at their position. They have the tower under their favor, and they're just like literal hawks watching everyone trying to maybe run them down forward. They know exactly where every single one of the other squads are. They don't need to worry about their back end. Then they can easily go in for rotation if they want to. Just drop down, put down that Gibby shield, and just full send it over towards that circle. But they need to make that decision now. The fact is, I understand you want to try and go in for this fight. You want to try and take out your opposition right here and now from the tower. But if your opposition is the one to get into a better position, you using this zip line will be the downfall here. One on their left, one on their right. And I said that there was no one behind them, but it's going to be
Who could even?
Stealers. Like,
Yeah.
still
killers.
Stealers. It's like, they're just chilling, man. My friends
Yeah.
are just chilling right behind the number one squad.
Oh no, the
They're
breeze!
not- Oh no, they know.
Oh, the alternator! It's gonna go ahead and spread havoc right now on towards the side of Team Still Killers, and they are gonna be the ones to get completely obliterated thanks to the beautiful alternator, man. Alternator is just beautiful.
Man, Assassin, you didn't tell me that Apex was actually a horror game, because what was that drop? I'm very sure that Kill Stealers, they were just not ready for that. 3 players just dropping out of absolutely nowhere, and Gibby just causing an earthquake as he was dropping on down. Yeah, that's gonna hurt plenty.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely scarier than most of the horror games out there. And with players like popping off in your server, it definitely is a horror game.
Like, all of these players, they just mean business, and it's gonna be the kill leader from the side of Northern Breeze. Yes, his skills on the board, and this guy means business, but at the same time, Sark and Karnet, they're still very much alive, and they want that number 1 position. They want to take it away from the side of Team Popping off, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of pop shots being thrown on the left, a couple of pop shots being thrown on the right, and they're just gonna keep on going, and they're just gonna keep the ball rolling in their favor. They're not gonna be stopping for even a second. And unlike the key pitch of utility from the side of Northern Breeze as well, he understands that, hey, as every top team will have a Gibraltar on their side, I need to keep my shield for the best possible situation, and I cannot use it early or I cannot use it too late. Otherwise, it is gonna be a bad situation for us. But at the same time, team popping off, they're not in a good spot. This is what I meant, is that they needed to go in for this rotation a lot more early. The fact that they waited for this long just costed them pretty much this entire game if they are not able to play their cards properly. It is gonna be the time. Oh, the push coming on down through from the back, and it's gonna be Mods trying to go in for this engagement. Will they be able to get this kill though? It's gonna be the real question here. Popping off, they're in a pretty bad spot. One on their left, one on their right. They need to survive this. As soon as the Gimme Shield goes out, they're gonna get sprayed from multiple different angles.
Man,
stalking assassin. This is too close for comfort.
This is way too close right now. Popping off, they are sort of stuck in this position where they've got both the squads trying to just rush and kill them down. The side of Stalking Current already coming in. The sonar scans are going to be going off, and I feel as if 6 hostiles are going to be detected and popping off. What are they going to be able to do now? Are they going to be focusing on Stalking Current, or are they going to be focusing the team on the right-hand side?
It's going to be an interesting fact, to say the very least, because team popping off, they're still alive and they're just chilling. Last 3 squads, ladies and gentlemen, you do need to remember there is no one left. It's the number 1, it's the number 2, and it's gonna be another squad holding on down through from the side of the tunnels. Who is that squad exactly holding on down through from tunnels? This is what I really want to know here. Can actually
the side of Team Moth, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Moth, but we know for a fact one is Stark, one is popping off, and the other one is possibly Moth. So let's just see here. Because the zone is not in the favor of popping off whatsoever, and they need to be the ones to make that push. And look at that, Stark Incarnate. They also know they're in a much more of a better position. They have the hill in their favor at the bare minimum to try and maybe go in for this rotation play. They have their own Gibraltar who has his own shield in a matter of 12 seconds. They just need to wait. They just need to wait and see what they want to go in for this engagement. The Bloodhound getting so much value with every single one of his own scans, and with the Beast of the Hunt almost ready here. Assassin, they need to try and go in for this push almost immediately. They can't wait for too long because the zone's timing on in slowly but surely. This match is a little bit too intense for my own taste here. Rod gets sacked down to very low levels of HP. The alternator doing a good amount of damage, and down through from the back end. Not much that they can do. Team Bot has already been taken on out. It's gonna be a 1v1 situation. It's gonna be popping off once in the side of Stark Incarnate. One player has already been cracked. The shots are gonna be going on down in. The Black Light's gonna be able to take down the last player, and it's gonna be popping off, taking it all away and popping off on their own accord. They're your champions, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2nd time in a row in day number 2. They make it all happen, and just look at Proj. He's celebrating. He knows how intense this match is. He knows how disadvantaged his team was trying to play out in an absolute open area. But right at the very end, they were able to make that engagement. They were able to go in for that proper push, and they were the ones to take it all away. Beautifully done here, ladies and gentlemen. And popping off, they deserve this win, because after this engaging matchup, we can already see, yes, the teams were just waiting out in one singular corner, but right at the very end, they played it so beautifully, going in for a wraparound rotation play from the right side instead of trying to force themselves on towards the angle of where Stark and Karnak were holding. They waited for Team Mod to make that first initial mistake because the zone was trying to push them into the side of Stark Incarnate. And as soon as that push was happening, instead of trying to go in for that immediate third party, they made a rotation play on towards the right side where they had a better position in comparison to the side of Stark Incarnate. An absolutely beautiful rotation coming on down from all these teams, but right at the very end, popping off, they just played it even better.
Yeah, the side of Team Stark Incarnate, I felt as if they might be the ones to go ahead and make that push to the other squad that was coming in as well. Popping off, I expected them to maybe just hold it off a little bit more because the zone was in their favor a little bit more, but then they had to eventually make the push as well because that zone was coming straight in closer to the cave as well from where that other squad came in from. But yeah, Stark Incarnate, unfortunately, they just got absolutely obliterated by the side of Popping Off and Gang. And the way they made that happen as well with the alternators and the EVA 8s, it was just something to absolutely look at in the match highlights as well. There you go. The match highlights are ready, so why don't we really jump straight in towards it and once again take a quick look at what exactly happened in that entire match. We did see some interesting initial fights coming out from the side of Team Polenti. We called it, man. The side of Team Polenti, they were not ready for this, and kind of adventurous to take on this fight, and they got absolutely taken down as well. That too from the side of Team Devils. Team Devils, they were the ones to go ahead and take down the side of Team Polenti. Unfortunately, they should have just waited it out a little bit more. I understand the just the decision of going in for that early fight, but they were just not ready for it. The side of Team Devils, they were. They were absolutely ready for this as well. And look at that havoc. It just went absolutely crazy. And then came the Horizons jump, and they just tried to delay it a little bit more. That loss, and then we moved in over towards the Lava City, where we saw Skyhawks go ahead and get themselves a squad wipe as well. And eventually, Skyhawks, they made their way out of Lava City and went in towards another part of the map. Team Sage, they got beautifully welcomed by the side of Stark Incarnate at the edge of Countdown. Then Countdown, from over there, we saw the side of popping off, making their way in over towards, actually popping off were the ones to be just outside of that vault and on top of the vantage point as well. They were the ones to go ahead and welcome the team, trying to get the loot from the vault and make their way out of it as well. Popping off were very vocal about their hold here, by the way. Like most of the teams they knew started popping off. They are here and they are making a difference. But yeah, the side of Task Force, they were the ones who were being welcomed. They're the ones to go ahead and take out that team that were inside of the vault and popping off. They further aggressed in and they did more and more damage.
Yeah, the fact is, they're just playing this one so beautifully. And Assassin, I don't know, man. I think that Qualifiers 3, it has to be one of my most favorite qualifiers here. No smack talk to any of the other teams, but this one just has so much action. And Assassin, are you telling me this is what I missed on day number 1? Was it the same level of action, same level of suspense, and same level of emotion, man? Because Apex casting can get me so emotional, and this match just pushed me over the edge, literally.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely pushed a lot of teams over towards the edge, by the way, pun intended.
World's Edge, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Moth, they kind of used the dead protection in a way where they can actually deal the damage that's going to be coming in from the zone, as they were about to shift the positions between both of these cliffs. Side of Clutch Ministers, they tried absolutely everything they could, and they did escape out of this position, but went to meet their makers when they eventually made their way in over towards Countdown, and they got welcomed by another squad coming right in front of them. Mod, on the other hand, as we did see them, make that dead totem play. After that, they further moved in and they got found themselves a triple take as well, and they were able to further delay their hold a little bit more into this game. Popping off, they found your friends. Still Killers. I was about to say Skill Stealers, because yep, these guys have a wordplay going on in their name. But they're Still Killers. They were the ones to be unlucky, not able to, go ahead and make a flank on towards the champions that is popping off.
Yeah.
Little did they know that every single team.
Story.
Yeah, little did they know that there's a tracker in every single team, man. Come on, you can't absolutely make sneaky plays like that. As soon as that scan is alive and ready, it is the side of Startup Guy to go ahead and pull it out as well. The Alternator, it just went crazy right there towards the very end. Northern Breeze, he went ahead and pulled out the EVA 8 as well to finish things off, by the way. Flatline was the one to absolutely finish off everything for match 3, and Popping Off once again reigned themselves as the champions. So overall, an amazing game coming out from the side of Popping Off, and now they are going to be securing themselves so many points that it's going to be absolutely impossible for the side of Team Stark Incarnate to go ahead and catch them as well. Match standings are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight in towards it and aggressive. You're going to get to know what exactly I was talking about. There you go. Total of 30 points right there for the side of Popping Off, and that is the highest till now, combining both days.
Like, I'm just gonna wait a second first. Look at Popping Off. I think this is the highest we ever had.
Yeah, I told you, right? The side of Popping Off are the ones to go ahead and get themselves the highest number of points till now, combining both the days. 30. The max we had was 29 yesterday, and that was from the side of Stark Incarnate. Now Popping Off, they went ahead and took that title to their name.
An absolute incredible showing from the side of Popping Off, even though their backs were against the wall, even though they had no advantages whatsoever, even though we wrote them off saying that there is no way they're going to win this. Popping Off are like, just sit back, casters, and just watch us. Almost double the points of Stark Incarnate. Double Assassin. An absolutely incredible showing coming out from them. And the fact that they were able to do this just goes to show that they mean business and they are going to make sure to keep that number 1 position in their favor no matter what. It's the second time in a row that they're winning this year out here. And My brain is still trying to process what just happened. An absolute roller coaster of emotions. All the teams played so beautifully, but right at the very end, they were just not able to find it. Let's head on down over onto the overall standings and see which teams are going to be going up, which teams are going to be going down. Because in the long haul of things, it's only a couple of points here and there. Because most of the points were taken by the side of popping off. So 141 says 141. I think remember what I was saying on map number one that I like the fact that the qualifiers three are just full of teams that are going neck and neck against one another. There's not really a clear winner. I think my caster's curse just kicked in and popping off are like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure, like we are gonna make sure, sorry, that we have a very definite lead with 141 points in our favor.
141, and at the end of the day, they definitely are going to be crossing 150. That's for sure. Stalking Connor, I did tell you, right? After that win popping off, they're going to be just untouchable till the end of the day. Stalking Connor, I don't think so. They're going to be able to rack up the amount of points to dethrone the side of popping off. Plenty going to be the ones with at the third spot with 69 total points. Nice. Skyhawks with 67, Clutch Misters with 64, Wasabi with 58. Wasabi are the ones to actually, try and get themselves a little bit more so that they can get onto the fifth. And 100 Ping are going to try their level best to take on Wasabi and steal that sixth spot away from them. If 100 Ping can do that, that is going to be awesome. Remember, 100 Ping also got themselves a win, just like Wasabi. Wasabi got the win yesterday, by the way, and 100 Ping got themselves a win day two. So, yeah, looking to see what exactly is going to happen from the side of 100 Ping, whether or not they're going to be able to take that sixth spot from the side of team Mott. No, my bad. Never mind. Forget about that. But yeah, 100 Ping. Wasabi, by the way, Wasabi. So 100 Ping are going to be able to take that spot from the side of Wasabi or not. My bad, short-term memory loss. But yeah, that usually kind of happens when you have a lot of information in your brain. So
Yes.
yeah.
After
Aggressive.
this match, man, I think that we are all having short-term memory loss. The only thought that going through our head is like popping off, man, popping off.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
popping off way too much.
I'm kind of having a headache as well as to seeing popping off, just going ahead and popping heads like that. But yeah, they gotta chill out a little bit more because otherwise they might just go ahead and touch 200 at the end of day three. That is for the qualifier three finals tomorrow. But yeah, for now, it is going to be match number 4 that is going to be coming up. And yeah, match 4 is something that we are looking forward to seeing. Match 3 was quite intense. And yep, really looking forward to seeing what exactly we can expect. What do you think? Are we going to be seeing a little bit of a shift coming out from them?
Honestly, all of these teams, they just love to play a lot more aggressively. Think about the dynamics of qualifiers 1 and qualifiers 2. A lot of the teams, they like to play it a lot more systematically. They like to play it a lot more slower in comparison to trying to go in for aggressive rushes. But here, it's like the complete opposite. All these teams, they're going in for very, very, very aggressive rushes. The way that they're rotating, they know the power angles, they know the rotations of their enemies. And these matches, they're very close to the extent of there are only 3 teams in the very last circle. Normally, what does happen? What really does happen? There are almost 8 teams, sometimes 9 teams, sometimes 7, holding on down through inside of the circle. But here, why are there only 3? Why are there only 4? Why are there only 5? It's not because the teams are playing really badly and they don't know how to rotate. It's actually because the rotation angles and power angles that are normally could be held are already being cut off by other teams. One is on one side of the hill. There is always third party coming on down in. There is no fair 1v1 engagement between teams. There's always another squad that you need to be ready for. And that's why the numbers are getting whittled down very, very, very quickly. The fact that that happened in map number 1, map number 2, and also in map number 3 just goes to show the dynamic and the pace of this entire day. It's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be a lot of gunfights, and the teams have done their homework. They use all the information that they gained in map number 1. They rewatched their streams, and you should as well, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe if you want to rewatch everything, and also get notified when we do go live. But a little bit of selfless promotion later on. Moving on back onto the matchup here. The fact is, all of these teams, they know what to expect. They know what to do. And that just changes the dynamic. You can play a lot more aggressively because you have the information. And when you have the information, why not play aggressively? Yes, in a battle royale, especially when you are in a tournament, you need to play it slow. But when you know everything, why not play it aggressive? And all of these teams are doing exactly that.
Definitely. So with that, We pretty much have an idea as to what exactly these teams are about to do as well. Let's hope the teams themselves know what exactly they're supposed to do. Because we as analysts, we as casters, we have put everything out there, and the match is ready. Why don't we quickly jump straight into it? Is it after the message from our sponsors?
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for match 4. And yep, we're going to get to know who exactly is going to be the one to go ahead and dethrone each other at the 6th spot. Is it going to be Wasabi or is it going to be the side of 100 Ping? Only time will tell. Now, though, the side of team popping off once again over towards the Fragment East. Usual drop spots. This time, nobody's headed in over towards the Lava City, or maybe it might just be a late drop as well. Towards Lava Siphon is the hot zone in this match, and I got a couple of teams headed over there. What was Skyhook's 100 ping? We did talk about 100 ping as if how important this game is for them. So let's wish them all the best. May they be able to go ahead and take on the side of Wasabi. Thrown them from that 6th spot as well.
Now, already the first edition engagement coming on down through.
Oh wow!
What?
Yeah, that's Tamil esports, right?
No, troublemakers.
That's troublemakers. Oh, okay.
Oh, come on. Like, you just don't go off the map like that, man. Like, it does happen. I think that he lagged out just a tiny little bit, but it's fine. Oh my god, troublemakers! Oh no, the devils, they're right on the edge as well. Like, I think that they both were just planning out the same thing. And troublemakers, they already had trouble on one side, and there's another troublemaker on the other side. Where are they gonna go? One on the back, one on the left, one on the front. It's like an absolute dumbfound amount of gameplay here, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be like getting taken on out, but I believe that the devils are getting shot by another squad already on the back, or was it one of the team members from the side of troublemakers, their assassin? I'm a little bit confused.
I feel as if the side of Team Devils, they have been doing this, and I don't know why the side of Team Troublemakers would make a drop like this. Like, if you have been noticing, you should be aware of the fact that it's always the side of Team Devils to go in over towards the Overlook, take that area. It used to be the side of Iron Man and Gang, actually, OP skills to drop in over towards Overlook, but after seeing the Devils dropping in over there every single time, they also changed their drop side now.
This was an absolutely incredible showing. Like, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be completely fine. Don't really worry about it. Then suddenly the devils are like, yeah, that's like, that just hurts, man. Like, you get killed out, your dead box is there, you can pick him back up. It's completely fine, but right at the very end, yeah, that just hurts. The devils are just gonna be able to add some salt to the injury. And yeah, just take it all away, move on down over to the next match. It's completely fine. Take a chill pill, trying to reset yourself. It happens. But now, Task Force, they're in a pretty precarious situation of their own. They're not in a good spot here, Assassin. And Skyhook could just be their graveyard if they're not careful.
I mean, Skyhook has, sorry, not Skyhook. Skyhook has been a
Skyhook.
graveyard. Yeah. Skyhook has been a graveyard for a lot of teams.
Assassin's
so.
Hood.
Yeah, Skyhook. Hey man, it has been the hood for the side of Stalking Carnage. I'm not really sure if Task Force are welcome here. It is the place where Stalking Carnage gather up, they meet up, they chill. There are a lot of snacks here as well in the form of dead bodies. They have a party going on in Skyhook every single time, but this time around, those Stalking Carnage, have they not dropped in over towards the Skyhook? That's going to be the million-dollar question. But more than that, the question that is going to be popping up right in front of our screens is going to be whether or not the Devils are going to be able to hold on over towards Overlook. They're going to be able to face off against the side of the team that is over towards the other part of the map, that is Plenty.
They're just chilling here, though, Assassin. They're not making that push happen very far. They're just deep down the fort and playing T. I kind of like this, but at the same time, Assassin just look. 6 squads. I'm shaking in my boots, man. And playing T, I think that they're shaking as well.
That they definitely are. Plenty need to be careful. The thing is that the side of Team Devils are feeling it. Already got themselves a pretty good start and they're looking for more. The Devils have already, one of the players has upgraded himself to gold shields, and yeah, the only problem that the side of Devils might face is the fact that if a grenade pops inside of that building, they might have to force out. Plenty, gonna be very careful. They don't really have, again, the best of the loot in terms of the shields and everything, in terms of the resources. In terms of the weapons, they are pretty sorted. They've got like 200 in the mag for the flat line, and this time it's not going to be a weapons disadvantage that is going to lead them into their demise.
Dream Esports, though, they're also in a pretty good spot. They can actually maybe go in for a fight if they really do want to, or they can just play it slow and take their time to trying to go in for this engagement. But at the same time, Sark and Carnage, they're not in a pretty good spot. It is going to be a Gibraltar ultimate being thrown straight on their faces, but hey, completely fine. It is going to be Destroyer and Iron RCR being able to get that first initial kill. Beautiful tracking coming on down from him. Tags down all the players to very low levels of HP, and he's going to be able to get himself back out of that sticky situation. But he only survives with 1 HP, and all of his buddies, yeah, their dead boxes are just getting littered all over the place. 100 ping, I don't think they're gonna be able to survive for long. God damn, son. Good tracking and good spray control of that R99, man. This is what I love to see, R99 dominance from the side of it.
On the side of Stalking Carnage, it's going to be putting down that Give Shield, and they're going to be healing themselves inside of that Give Shield as well. Glord ISA using the sting, and he's going to be using up the ropes as well in order to get on top of that left. Get more and more information through that vantage point. Stalking Carnage, they're also about to engage themselves in a fight right now as Lord. Be careful, and yep, this is what happens if you go alone into a fight. The zone is just pushing you out.
Yeah, at this point, it's just all about the damage. Like, when you consider the damage though, my man, I think that they're dealing a good amount. But at the same time, Sark and Carnage, they just had the better manpower. They just had the better utility in their favor, and they knew what they really did need to do there. But at the same time, he did so much damage there. You have to give props to the man, and an A for effort.
Definitely. A for efforts. You definitely are going to go into your wave, but if you're putting in the efforts, man, if you do have that teamwork and you can actually take down the likes of Stalking Carnage as well, all you have to do is just have a game plan and a little bit of a strategic move in towards a fight instead of just, taking raw fights left, right, and center. Your buddies, still Keeler's aggressive.
Yes.
They're the ones who are actually taking a fight here. The tunnels. They have already got themselves a spotlight, if I'm not wrong. Or did the guy manage to escape?
Not gonna lie, Assassin, like, I personally only know 2 people here. That my closest friend is actually Rolo, and by acquaintance, like, basically the person that I know from Rolo is actually Kakashi. But moving on back from that, we'll talk about my friends later. But Skyhawks, they're already gonna be going in for that own engagement. Still inside of the zone roll, they're taking a lot of damage here, and I don't like in-zone fight. Mainly because I can't see anything here, but if the pro players can see everything here, it's gonna be completely fine. And the clutch ministers, they're not gonna be able to clutch it on out instead. Skyhawks, they just ran around circles around them being able to get those kills, and them being able to crown themselves as the kill leader. 3 kills on the board, and Sean, 5-8, is gonna be able to get the kills that he deserves to change it up. And with that, Clutch Ministers, they're no longer here and a little bit too aggressive, I would say, when it came down to their positioning. They could have opted to go in for the rotation a lot more earlier, but the fact that they stagnated Skyhawks, they were able to pounce on that one mistake beat.
I wanted to ask you this, by the way. Is Rolo, your friend, a fan of Vikings? Did he get the name from Vikings? Because Rolo is the brother of Ragnar Lothbrok. But yeah.
No. She, like, okay, so Rolo, the fact that she actually took that name was because she's into wolves a lot. and she didn't want the direct name of Wolf, so she actually put the name Rolo. She has never watched Vikings, if I recall.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. I completely get you. But yeah, Wasabi. Let's hope that they get the fact that they're not supposed to engage into this fight. Definitely are not gonna do
Oh my god!
damage, but okay. Longbow action coming in. I understand the fact that you've got the sniper scope in on that longbow as well, but it's DMR and not a Kraber, my friend.
Just vibing and he's just sniping. I don't know how these guys
Wow.
even like. Okay,
60,
Assassin,
78.
I
A lot of
really want
damage.
to know. I really want to know, how do they even move their scopes around? Do they have really high scope sensitivities? Because I'm that type of player who still plays on that, you know, same ADS sensitivity because I'm an OG player and I never really bothered to find my scope senses. I have to shift my mouse around my entire mousepad like 5 different times to make it work.
Well, the Russians right now, once again, finding themselves in a situation where they have to make their way out of the position that they are in currently. Already lost typical Vaibhav. And Cooper is going to be using the Void Edge in order to get out of there. Killer Place is already out of there using his Tim. He's like, I'm getting out of here, guys. Can't do anything. Absolutely can't do anything at all. Because the Russians, every single time we've seen them either pushing someone down and getting taken down, or getting pushed out and getting taken down.
Yeah, the engagements are just not going to be present as much as they would have hoped, but hey, they're going to be able to pick their buddies back up, and Broly Doto is going to make a massive run for it down towards the other sidelines. He's going to be able to heal himself back up to full. They're going to be able to live to tell the tale on another day, but at the same time, Enkoch, they need to find a position for themselves, and they need to try and go in for a couple of kills, because Assassin, the fact is, the point margin is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they need to try and get some points on the board, but at the same time, Cell Killers, they're going in for their own aggressive push. They're going in a little bit too hard. One on the back, one on the front, and Kakashi, he gets caught out by the player trying to run it on the back, and there is a third party already present. Team Sage, the saving grace is going to be there in the form of a third party. They're going to be able to take down the side of Still Killers, but at the same time, there's another squad already coming for them. There's no way that they can survive that, and I'm very sure that the third squad that was third party is a little bit sad that their third party got absolutely cancelled by the side of Team Sage. But hey, it's completely fine and dandy. They got the head of the Revenant, got that kill, so in a way, that's gonna be the only silver lining to get.
In our gamers. So now they're gonna be getting that Beast of the Hunt ready on Broly. Is it Broly Dodo or is it Broly Dada? I feel it's Broly Dodo. Yeah, it is Broly Dodo.
Broly
Interesting name right there. Yeah, interesting name right there, buddy. Quite creative. I mean, at least better than Assassin 47 and Hawk Assassin.
Hey, I have the name of Aggressive. That's the most creative.
Oh yeah, that's the most creative name out there. That's something that nobody would ever think of, huh?
Aha.
But hey, gonna be seeing our gamers who are gonna be making their way into cover right now. Really don't want to go ahead and engage. Just want to take some cover, and wow!
Good movement. That was a good buddy.
Forget the jump. Forget the jump. Look at the shot that he took. Even while being midair, he was able to shoot that guy down.
Just goes to show this guy is just way too good.
I mean, these guys, every single one in the server, in terms of the, I already called it out yesterday. In terms of the weapons and the fragging department, all of them are really good.
Yeah,
The
their
movement-
aim
the-
is incredible.
Yeah, their aim is good. Movement is something where they kind of have a little bit of a diff coming in. Like players like Praj are just way too good. And then there are some players who are not able to do much, even with their Octane and everything else. Yeah. A little bit of a diff coming in, the movement diff, but more than that, the aim is something that every single player has. I feel as if everyone, if given the right opportunity and the right set of loot, will be able to get wonders done. Just what Hawk Assassin did right now.
Yes. Just talk about your brother. I'm here to
Nah.
listen, Assassin. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, it was a good push, man. It was a really good push. You go ahead and take
No,
down
no,
the
I'm
Gibby.
just saying, just talk about your brother. I want you to have the mic because it's your brother.
You don't put me in a position like that. I mean, okay, it's fine. He's not my brother. Just because we share a similar name. Pickle Rick, on the other hand, is not going to be sharing the exact same emotion as of ours right now, aggressive. We're in a jolly and a happy mood, but he's not. Kind of worried because he's fighting off against the best team in the server that is popping off.
Yeah, popping off. They understand that this is a really bad position for them to hold because you need to consider something. Their back is completely exposed, and if there is any team that are trying to hold them, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty bad spot. And I like this. Popping off, they're just immediately making a rush back. They do not want to take this fight. They know for a fact that if they do take the fight, they're already dead here. Good planning coming out from them, and they understand they do not need to play for kills. They do not need to play aggressive. Even if they play for placement points, Assassin, throughout the entirety of today and also tomorrow, they're still gonna be in that number one spot, and no one can control them. That's how far they have cemented their lead if they play it safely. But if they go over aggressive here, we know for a fact we're gonna be crowning a new number one.
The setup popping off. Climbing on top of the cliffs, climbing on top of the mountains, just giving away their position, and they're getting shot as well. Everyone can spot you out there, man. Raj, what were you thinking, huh? Not that nobody's gonna spot you out. Northern Breeze, you as well. Especially Northern Breeze, because he's quite evident right there.
Just chilling it out and popping off. They're on the back end. They're trying to go in for a couple of their own pop shots, and they're gonna be able to find it though, I believe. But I like this. They're not wanting to go in over aggressive, but at the same time, Northern Breeze doesn't forgot to try going for this fight. Gets tagged out of very low level of HP, and Northern Breeze is like, oh no, Chuckles, I am in danger. Needs to run on off, and Assassin, I hope you got that reference. I really hope you got that reference.
I got it, don't worry. But what I'm not getting right now is the fact that popping off is just investing quite a lot into a long range fight that
oh no, they're getting pincered. They're probably gonna get
Yeah.
pincered.
Maybe. I feel that is about to happen. But Skyhawk, on the other hand, they are going to be the ones to go ahead and take down the side of OP skills. Iron Man is going to be going down. That is going to be yet another squad wipe. No hostiles on the radar for startup guy. But they know there is a squad just below them, so they're gonna keep the high. They're gonna keep that vantage point. They know for a fact that the zone is in their favor as well. And there you go. Northern Breeze is gonna go ahead and spot out one squad, and it's straight in towards that area. The G7 Scout is about to do quite a lot of damage as well. But the Soda Scout from the other team and popping off. They need to be careful about their flanks. Careful about 5 o'clock, guys, because a team is headed in. Yep, a team is coming in from 5 o'clock, and they need to be worrying about that first.
The level of control that they have and the level of game plans that they're already making, I really do love this here. Northern Breeze does spot out one of the players going in for a couple of pop shots, but at the same time, Stark and Carnage, they have the phone numbers of the same exact squad. They're going to be the ones to maybe go in for this push almost immediately here, ladies and gentlemen. But they don't want to go in for it just yet. They're going to go in for a wraparound instead, pull off the same plan as the side of team popping off and Stark and Carnage and popping off. They're right next to one another. And at this stage, will they be actually facing off against another? It's going to be the real question here. But it's going to be a complete slowdown. 8 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And with the zone closing on down through, the action is just about to start, Assassin. And before it does start, I want to give you the mic because, man, I want to hear you give a shout casting for this.
Starting Carnage for now, they're going to be going ahead and taking on that fight. Placing the Bolt in action onto the hands of Destroyer. And, yep, another Sonar scan. He's about to go ahead and reveal the position of that team. There's going to be... we're going to be seeing, yeah, the Gibby ult, the defensive bombardment to come in as well. Or to hold off the push, but no! I'm going to be seeing the Octane flying right in towards the crosshairs of the side of Team Stark Incarnate. That is going to be the squad vibe coming out from the side of Stark Incarnate as well. Stark Incarnate, after that fight, they're about to get pincered from another one as well, coming straight from the hill. And yeah, Stark Incarnate, go ahead and use their scans to get something done. But hey, popping off right here towards the other side, trying to go ahead and take on the side of another squad and popping off. Get themselves another squad wipe right here. Not yet, but yep, there you go. Startup guy is going to be the one to go ahead and finish things off as well. On towards Noot. Seeing that purple shield being dropped, and Paraj take quite a big hit. And we're going to be seeing another squad just going ahead and taking on the side of popping off. Startup guy is going to go ahead and activate the Beast of the Hunt, and with that is going to go ahead. Yeah, I feel as if that's the side of Team Stark Incarnate is going to be seeing the Gibby also coming in as well. Side of popping off, they need to be careful. They are about to go ahead and get sandwiched into that area under the rock. The Beast of the Hunt is about to run out as well. They need to get something done here before Stark Incarnate makes it in time. Yeah, Stark Incarnate is going to loot for now though. Try and get something done. And finally, 3 squads left out. We are going to be seeing Stark Incarnate and popping off. We know their position, but where exactly is the other squad?
Who is the other squad?
That is the question that we are going to ask first, and
Million dollar
and then,
question. That's the million
yeah,
dollar question.
that is going to be a question that we're going to be asking first. And yeah, there you go. It's Reverb. Interesting. Reverb, Makam, and yeah, all 3 of them are live as well. So it's a 3 versus 3 versus 3. Interesting.
They don't know where Reverb is. Oh wait, they do.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, they do. Stark Incarnate have an idea as to where exactly all these players are. The problem for Stark Incarnate is that they're quite out there in the open and they are going to be shot from 2 sides. So Stark Incarnate,
the zone. Where's the zone?
yeah, the zone is gonna shutting down into the favor of that 3rd squad, if I'm not wrong. And popping off and Stark Incarnate both have to make their way in towards that 3rd squad. And the Heart Chamber is gonna come in from the side of Reverb, and that is gonna be the cue for the side of Stark Incarnate to move out of that Heart Chamber. Otherwise, you're gonna keep on getting detected, and you are gonna be seeing the side of popping off just holding on unless until the zone pushes them out. And yep, there you go. This is exactly what I said. So it's not going to be in the favor of popping off, and they have to move. They have to be on the move, and as soon as they're about to make that move as well, we're going to be seeing the side of Stark Incarnate going ahead and starting their spray downs from the side of Reverb and Gang as well. We're going to be seeing the exact same thing coming in. Reverb and Gang, they're going to make use of the advantage that they're in right now, the position and advantage that we're talking about. Stark Incarnate's L-Stars are going ham onto the side of Team Popping Off, and Team Popping Off, the zone might just go ahead and screw them out as well. Another sonar scan comes in, and all 6 of the hostiles are going to be detected in that zone, in that sonar scan.
20 seconds.
The zone, yep, the zone is about to come in, man. 15 seconds right now. Things are about to get heated up, and Stark Incarnate, they're about to make a decision of their lifetime right now, whether to push in or to hold on to the position that they're in right now and take on the fight against the side of Popping Off. They really don't want Popping Off to go ahead and get themselves a champion, so Stark Incarnate are going to be the ones to go ahead and try and make that push onto the side of Popping Off and maybe take them down first, so that Stark Incarnate are going to be the ones to have some sort of an advantage here. Because Popping Off, they are a problem in the server right now. They're a problem on the overall standings, and if not being dealt with, Team Popping Off might just go ahead and gather themselves more than 150 points of the overall standings as well. So Stark Incarnate, they're going to try their absolute best. And we're going to be seeing the final round, which is going to be closing in about a minute and a half. 20 seconds.
Already,
20 seconds more, and we are going to be seeing the side of Popping Off. Going to be forced out of that position. They might just go ahead and get into the cross of the side of Stark Incarnate. But Makam, Reverb, and San, all they have to do is just hold on to the position that they are in right now. They have got nothing to do in this fight. They've got absolutely nothing to worry about. All they have to worry about is staying alive and just, you know, saving their resources. But on the side of Stark Incarnate, we have a little bit of a problem. That's right, Stark Incarnate, they are going to be forced into using a lot of their resources right now. They're going to be forced to heal up and try and buy a lot of time. And yep, that is going to be the side of Team Skyhawks. Going to try and go ahead and take on the side of Stark Incarnate. Going to be seeing Destroy getting absolutely destroyed. And San is going to be the one to go ahead and use a defensive movement. That's right, Destroyer is going to be going down and Popping Off. They're going to come in. They're going to try and chime into the action. Skyhawks, they've got their own defensive shield right here. They've got the Gimme shield up and running. They're just going to try and survive inside of that. But Popping Off, they're going to be forced out of the position that they're holding right now. They're going to be the ones to go ahead and take on the fight. Stark Incarnate's last player is still alive, by the way, Glord. He has to make a lot of things happen, but he's just going to let both of these teams duke it out against each other. But no, Skyhawks, they're not going to allow that. They're going to be like, you know what, Glord? Go down first, and then we're going to go ahead and take on the side of Team Popping Off. And it's just going to be the final player to be left out, and it's going to be the side of Team Skyhawks to most probably go ahead and get themselves that win as well. One more player left out. Where exactly is he staying alive? And there you go. He's going to be falling down, and he was trying to heal up and stay alive. He fell down, and he met his maker as well. It's going to be the side of Team Skyhawks to go ahead and get that win, and with that, shoot themselves straight up into top 5.
Absolutely beautiful play coming on down from the side of Skyhawks, ladies and gentlemen. They had the best possible position. The zone was in their favor, and right at the very end, they played their cards properly. Going for those pop shots, trying to do as much damage as possible to one of the squads, so that the squads, they have to take that engagement. They need to fight the other squad, because if they don't fight the other squad and only focus on the side of Skyhawks trying to go in for that push, they're instantly going to get taken down by the likes of Popping Off. And right at the very end, all 3 of these squads, they were right at the very edge of the zone, trying to inch themselves forward. But right at the very end, because of the positional advantages that the side of Skywalks had, they were just able to take it all away. But right down to the wire assassin, they were actually able to get close enough to the side of Skyhawks.
I mean, I told you, right? Yeah, I told you, Skyhawks, they had nothing to do in that fight. In that fight between Stark Incarnate and Popping Off, all they had to do was just hold. They could easily go ahead and take out the champions and they can be reign themselves as the champions as well if they just be patient and play the time. And they did that, and I'm so grateful that they did, because that is gonna just lead them straight in towards the top five, and they're gonna be very happy with the amount of points that they've racked up as well today.
That is for sure. The amount of game plans that they had in their arsenal. That was absolutely incredible. But ladies and gentlemen, we need a visual representation and a recap of this entire thing. So let's head on down over to the match highlights and see exactly what happened there right from the very beginning. And hey, can we just start watch this at the start? It hurts.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, and
It hurts.
I don't want to. I don't want to watch this. Come on, let's skip this. Just kidding.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I mean the Sada team's talking on it now. Let's concentrate on them a little bit more. They had an amazing shot, by the way. I feel as if, despite the fact that Skyhawks won out the game, Stalking on it might still have Stalking on it and popping off. Yeah, Stalking on it and the side of popping off might have a lot more points because of the amount of kills that they've racked up. Like, man, they were the only ones to just wipe out so many squads.
like when you consider all the plays that they were actually making and how they were actually going in for a lot of these different engagements, I kind of like this. They understand how they needed to go in for these fights. They tried to play it slow. They tried to play it smart. And that was also the game plan coming on down from the side of Skyhawks. And from the side of popping off, they didn't go over aggressive. They played it slow. They played it systematically, allowed their opponents to go in for the push, and then they opted to go in for their own swing. But at the same time, here I kind of feel bad for the side of Clutch Ministers. They tried their hardest there, but they were just not able to take down the likes of Skyhawk inside of the zone. And once again, like, I thought that this would have been a really intense match where we would have been seeing the side of Clutch Ministers, still healers, being able to bring it all back. But once again, just look at these rotation angles. Just look at how they're being controlled here, Assassin. There's always a third party present. Tell me one fight that happened during these second, third zones where there wasn't a third party. I don't think you can count a single one. The level of game plan and the level of rotation plays coming on down through from all of these teams, it's absolutely immaculate.
Well, that's true though. And just looking at that insane play coming out from the side of popping off as well, right? Just sipping on some water and I dropped the water on myself. Insane, isn't it? Insane, isn't it? But yeah, that actually was something to be scared about, man. It's a really good fight coming out from the side of popping off in that clip. But then everything just... It's so disappointing to see, after everything you've done to secure yourself the victory, it's the game that screws you over with the zone. I mean, yeah, it's just this is the way how battle royales work, guys, and you absolutely don't have any control over it.
Yeah, right at the very end, it was just a positional advantage. It's not really a lot of rocket science. It's not really a lot of clutch gameplays coming on down through, but hey, it was a lot of consistency and a lot of planning from the side of Skyhawks to be in the best possible spot. And let's say they didn't have the zone in their favor for Assassin. They were still in a pretty good position because Arc Incarnate, the zone was going to hit them first, and then it was going to hit the side of Skyhawks. So they could have, Skyhawks.
Okay, yeah.
Because let's say that if the zone was moving on down over towards the side of popping off, because that's the most possibility of the zone coming on down through, because it was Stark Incarnate's zone at the very beginning. The zone was pushing them forward into this position. So the zone cannot really go back to their spot once again. So it needs to shrink down forward. So even if it was heading on down through towards the side of popping off, they were still in a pretty good position there. They could have pushed themselves forward. They had cover. They could have taken the engagement slowly and taken out Stark Incarnate. Stark Incarnate, they were in the worst possible spot compared to any of these two teams. But still, hey, they kind of made it work right at the very end. They were able to go into those close quarter engagement, but the level of utility that they had to use previously just added up slowly but surely, causing them to lose out here. And hey, match number 4 standings are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on down over onto the standings and see exactly how many points all of these teams have racked up. And Skyhawks, 24 points on the board, 12 and 12, a very clean slate win for these guys.
Yeah, Skyhawks, 24 total points. The side is talking out with 15 and popping off with 15 as well. So it's a pretty good tie right there for the match standings. But it definitely is not going to be a tie when we move over towards the overall standings. We're going to be seeing quite a difference right there, thanks to popping off and that insane lead. They had 141 points, by the way, and might just be seeing them go ahead and cross that 150 mark, as I did tell you, right? So they're easily going to be crossing that 150 mark, and whether or not they're going to be able to touch the 180 mark today, it's going to be the question. But for that, they have to rack up many kill points and also get a win. So yeah, that's going to be quite a challenge right there. But
when you consider the amount of points that they have and how they're actually going in for a lot of these,
Yeah. Oh, right, aggressive. Kind of got disconnected there. It's okay, buddy. I got you. Hey, and our gamers have got this as well, by the way. Match 9 was a really good performance, by the way. And our gamers, they placed themselves at the fourth spot with a total of 9 points. Wasabi with the fifth with 5 points. Dream Esports, they did the exact same. But instead of Wasabi going ahead and just getting themselves the placement points, Dream Esports actually got themselves 2 kill points as well. Let's take a quick look at the overall standings, and there you go, popping off. I'm going to cross that 150 mark. The total of 156 points are going to be at the first spot. Talking Connect leading, trying to at least catch on to them with 113. Skyhawks with 91 at the third, Plain T at the fourth with 71, Clutch Ministers at the fifth spot with 65, and Wasabi at the sixth spot with 63, 100 ping. We're not able to do anything, man, as we were expecting them to go ahead and take the sixth spot from the hands of Wasabi, but Wasabi are still holding on to it. If 100 ping are going to be able to rack up a win and a couple of kill points, then they should pretty much be sorted to take on Wasabi. But for that to happen, Wasabi has to have a really bad game, which is highly unlikely. Moth at the 8th spot with a total of 47 points. Dream Esports still holding on to the 9th, and Sage on the 10th spot with 38. Unfortunately, the side of Knock Gamers, still Killers, everyone is just going to be going down in terms of the overall standings. And yeah, that is going to be something that we are going to be quite disappointed on. Hey, we are going to be going in towards a short break, by the way. And while we're at it, please go ahead and check out the link down in the description below. Check out all the amazing products coming out from our sponsors, Lenovo and Intel. And don't forget to, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to be right back after a short break. So see you guys after the break.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 5 of day number 2, the last map for this entire day, ladies and gentlemen, of the Rise of Legion Lenovo, presented by Lenovo and Intel. As we are going to be heading on down over to the slammers known as the World's Edge. Let's see how these teams are going to be facing against one another as they are jumping off of the ship. And with these first initial engagements already being headed on down, we can see that it's not really that even of a spread, because considering everything, like, I don't know exactly what to expect here, because considering all the placements here, Fragment East hasn't already been taken over, and a lot of these teams, they're very spread off against one another. One's pretty much on the other side of the map once again, and let's see how they're going to be going in for this engagement. The Rushers holding on down through from the side of Lava. They're just going to be chilling here. They're not really going on down anywhere just yet, but the Rushers actually going for that first initial engagement. It's one of the teams, and the Rampage getting so much damage done. Beautiful tracking from one of the players. They're going to be able to hold it down the fort. First initial kill has already been found, but they need to rush themselves down forward and then go in for the secondary. Kill has been confirmed, though, at the very least. Not very long of information been given. Killer Plays just spots out one of the players. He's like, oh god, I gotta chill, man. There's a guy right below me. Where can I actually go? One on the left, one on the right. Where's the backup? Pull out the devotion and pull out the havoc, and instead just burn them down. Living pretty crisp with that energy. With that, things started off really aggressively, and now Assassin. I don't know, I think my feelings just got toyed with. Things have just slowed down really quickly.
Yeah, that is exactly what happens, you know. Sometimes you just take it to a whole different level. You just take it up 6th gear, but then you suddenly hit the handbrake and you're like, well, we have to stop. There's a truck right in front of us. And that truck is, yeah, it's going to be the truck with the name of the Rushers. Go ahead and get it done.
The Devils just got killed, man. I think the Rushers actually got that revenge kill that they needed to get.
Yeah, I mean, the Rushers, they just rush them like with a truck or something like that. Like, you get the reference? Okay, hopefully you do. But yeah, this time around though, the Devils, unfortunately, they are not going to be the ones to come out on top in a fight. Every single time they tend to move over towards Overlook and win out the fight. But this time, I'm not sure. I don't know what went wrong though, but I feel as if the Rushers are also pissed off at the fact that every single time they get taken down while trying to rush someone, or they just get rushed by someone else as well. So this time they were like, you know what, we're gonna drop down hot, we're gonna get all the loot we can, we're gonna go ahead and take a fight right off the bat. That might just give us some of the points that we're looking for.
Now the Rushers, they're going to be going in for a fast rush of their own, and hey, they're not slowing down just yet. Slowly but surely they're making the push happen, and they're heading on down over towards the geyser. They wanted to try and go in for an aggressive push on the spot that they did notice off earlier, but typical, it's not in a good spot just yet. The Devils did lose out on one player, and maybe they're going to go and pick him up. They know for a fact that they're in a pretty good position, but with that one single sonar coming on down through, who's the one actually finding them out? It's actually going to be Team Sage. They don't have one of their members though, so I don't really know how I feel about this here, Assassin. Not much that they can do, and I think I did miss out on the standings. Can you give me a little bit of an update on the standings and what we were looking at and what team could possibly take that number 6 or number 5 position? Right after this fight, of course.
Yeah, of course. So right now the Devils, they are the ones to go ahead and take this fight. Yeah, Serial Chiller said he's like, you know what, I'm not even gonna wait for that thing to automatically enable itself or activate itself. I'm just gonna go ahead and activate itself myself.
Oh, they have nowhere to go, man. Serial Child. No, don't do it, Serial Chiller, please! This is not how you try to go in for this kill. This is not how you try to take them down, man.
Wow, Yash actually did it, man.
Oh,
the Peacekeeper. Well, I don't think so it's gonna be keeping any peace, but it definitely is gonna make the lives of the side of Sky, Nemo, and gang a hell.
I think the Rushers got a taste of their own medicine, and they got taken down by the exact same team that took down their buddy, Zami. I think Zami got his revenge kill.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
he's gonna be
definitely.
happy in the grave. I can hear him, man. He's like, "Good job, guys. I'm gonna watch you guys from above from now on."
Dream Esports, well, they definitely are going to be seeing someone from above towards Skyhook. We're seeing them on the top of the rooftops, and they are looking to gather themselves a couple of frags, but at the same time, Plenty, the other ones to go ahead and absolutely take them down. Dream Esports, good night, as Plenty. They're going to be the ones to go ahead and come out on top in that, and it's going to be this weird name, or I'm just going to call him Octane from the side of Plenty. We go ahead and get that squad wipe and be the new kill leader.
Barcodes. Call him the barcode guy.
Okay, the barcodes, fine.
Barcode guy.
The barcode guy. All right.
Imagine if it changes his
Yeah, I can call him. I can call him Infinite Boxes.
yes box infinite boxes, box infinity,
Yeah.
anything. I'll just call him the barcode guy. Imagine if he changes his name to the barcode guy after this match. Just imagine.
Maybe he will. He's like, you know what? Let's make aggressive happy. I'm gonna add him in as well in game.
Yes, then show me how to play this game because I have absolutely forgotten how to do anything.
I mean, you say that, but all right.
Like literally,
Trust
when you
me.
don't play this game for like 2 weeks, you just forget everything. Like I'm trying to shoot a guy, I'm trying to move around the map, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why do I feel like a bronze?
Well, Task Force, they definitely are going to be feeling something right now because not only have they given out their position thanks to one of the players from the side of Task Force using that charged rifle. That was Kixie 999. He's the one to go ahead and use that charged rifle and give out his position. So they know for a fact that there's a team on top of the cliff. Still Killers on the other hand. They're here where the side of popping off were camping last time, outside of the vault. Be caught out by the side of Team Sage, who only have 2 players, so it's a 2 versus 3 man disadvantage. Not the best of the fights, I would suggest. So I would suggest you guys from the side of Team Sage to just back out, fall back, play it a little bit more safe, place yourselves at a good spot so that you guys can at least walk away with some placement points. 100 ping on the other hand, taking on the fight here in Countdown.
They're just chilling on this angle. They're not opting to go in for this.
They
fight.
definitely
I
are
kinda
not.
like
They
this.
definitely are not chilling. By the way, they've got Skyhawks, the champions of the last game, right
I
here. in
know, but
Countdown.
still, they're kind of chilling. Like they're in
Yeah.
a better position, dude. The zone is like against the side of Skyhawks. Skyhawks need to be the one to go in for this push. And considering the amount of grenades that they do have and the amount of utility that they can throw out at them, yes, I think that Skyhawks, they're not having a good day. They're in the worst possible position.
But at the same time, Skyhawks, you know for a fact that these guys have found themselves in similar situations every single time, and they have emerged victorious. So I don't particularly think so that they're going to be having an issue here. Still Killers, on the other hand, they are going to be chasing the side of Team Sage into the tunnels, and there comes the scan. Still Killers. They're about to go for this. I mean, they have already committed for this, so why not just keep on sticking to that commitment as well? Maybe the side of Weirdo Rolo. He's going to be using up that Valkyrie's signature ability. Yeah, she's going to try and get something done here. Maybe a couple of pot shots here and there. Spot out that player as well. Yep, there you go. Spot them out. Yeah, not gonna open fire. No, he won't. He won't. He knows
I
for a
know.
fact that. Yeah, I know. I know what you're trying to say, but yeah, like the side of Still Killers, I feel as if they're a much disciplined team, and I like that about them.
They like to take a lot of their engagements really slowly, but sometimes I feel as though they go in for a little bit too much of an over-aggressive play. And I kind of do blame Rolo because of it. Sometimes she does a lot of stupid things whenever I do play with her, and trust me, Assassin. The amount of times I've died because of a couple of her calls. If you just saw it, you're gonna be like, you're gonna cringe yourself to death.
She's
But,
playing.
hey,
She's playing Valkyrie, man. I mean,
exactly. She dropped us into the face of the enemies, and there
Yeah.
were 3 enemies surrounding me. Not
I
even
know.
surrounding them.
I've been there, and that too I've dealt with random Valkyries. So you imagine my cries.
You're like, oh, she's gonna actually take us somewhere that's actually good. Then suddenly, oh no, I'm in danger.
Yeah, that's right. The Russian Ono song starts playing in the background. The task force, they're very happy with the position that they have taken up on top of the cliff. They're watching absolutely everything happening in and around Countdown.
This way.
Oh,
Thermal station is gonna be pretty hot, not only because of the fact that it's thermal
oh
station,
my
but
god.
also because of the fact that it is popping off. Go ahead and take on the side of Wasabi. Wasabi, they might be challenged with the position that they're holding on to on the overall standings. That is 5th.
I saw someone.
And yeah, popping off.
Selling cookies.
The reason why I say challenged is because 100 Ping and everyone else are still alive in Wasabi. If they go down right now, then they're going to be walking away with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, this is not a position that they really want to be in because popping off, they're in a pretty good spot. They can actually go in for a lot, but Task Force, they just got bombarded on by another squad. And what squad is this? Is going to be the real question going in for a couple of options of their own. It's going to be Romy Toto and it's going to be Encoch Gamers coming on down through on their own accord, maybe going in for that kill. Couple of options being taken, but Hawk Assassin, that bullet just flew onto the other side of the map. And I didn't really know that if you scoped in the Sentinel, it actually is a little bit inaccurate, but it's completely fine. It does happen. He's not going to be able to find that one, but at the same time, team popping off. They're in a pretty good position. They hold down the fort. They know what to expect and they know what to do. If they're able to hold down this position properly here on towards Extractor, they don't need to go anywhere, Assassin. They can just chill here pretty much the entire game and then just make their way down towards the circle.
The side of Enoch Gamers right now should be the ones to take on another squad on top of the bridge right now. They're getting shot at as well from the right hand side, that is the east. Enoch Gamers, they are looking to take on that fight as well. They're ready for it. And then they're feeling it. Feeling like they could win out in this fight as well. And they do. Oh, Enoch Gamers, they go ahead and take down Kexi, San, and Devil King as well. Really good one. Peace Out is going to be going down by the hands of Broly Doto. So 2 kills for Broly Doto and going to be a squad wipe coming out from the side of Enoch Gamers. Now it's time for them to move inside of the zone as, yep, the ring is going to be coming in. Closing in just fine there. Round 2 ring. The round 2 ring. Yeah, round 2 ring has already closed in, by the way. Thermal station. It's going to be a place to look out for. And popping off, they have the advantage here.
But dude, I kind of felt that, like,
I wish
you know
as
when
if-
you have that feeling, but
You know, I wish as if this time, right now, the side of team popping off had a Kraber.
yeah, then this moment, I think the Northern Breeze would have just popped a couple of people in the forehead and just taken them out. But at the
Yesterday
same
we
time,
saw
Assassin-
one.
yeah?
Yesterday, one match we saw popping off, and the rest of the gang, the final ring was closing over towards thermals. We saw a similar situation where Northern Breeze went ahead and you know, got himself multiple knocks using the Kraber.
Enemy over there.
Yeah. Like, Purge is one of those players, he can be so stylish with that Kraber. Like, there's 2 different ideologies on towards the side of Team Popping Off. There's Purge, who is super stylish, who's super flashy, and then there's Northern Breeze. Very chill, very systematic, doesn't really go for an over-aggressive play. He just likes to play it slow. He likes to go in for those snipes, and he's just really good at it. Having these multiple different dynamics, he balances out the team so beautifully. But Hawk Assassin, your brother Assassin, yeah, he's just not going to be having a good day here. He gets taken on out, and his buddies are getting bombarded from the side of Playing T as well. Go in for that fight, my man. Take him out already, Mr. Barcode Guy. The Barcode Guy, he's making his way down forward in zone. Octane, trying to go in for an engagement, going for that kill, but instead it's going to be high-speed TM with beautiful tracking coming on down from him. Go in for that fight, take down the other teammate, and with that, it's just about cleanup duty. Playing T, they know for a fact that there is a squad holding on down through from the very bottom. The high ground being used beautifully. Shield has been cracked and also very low on the turns of HP. And there's going to be a grenade straight to the forehead to take him down out. High speed gets picked up, but at the same time, Playing T, they're not out of danger just yet because the squad is right on the other side. And Mr. Barcode Guy, look at that! Assassin, a literal laser. He has too much precision for his own good.
Yeah, that too with the R301, right?
Out of
Something
the
that you,
Barcode.
yeah, you don't see that coming out much, but when you do, it's because of the guy is just way too good when it comes down to, you know, getting that recoil control in. 3x H-call on that player, and I'm liking all of this happening towards the thermal station. By the way, 3 squads looking at each other. You got Stark Incarnate inside of that compound. We have got the side of popping off on top of the towers in thermal station, and we've got another team just below them towards the west side as well. Actually, make it 4 squads, you know? Make it 4 squads. So another squad just came in from the east and popping off.
See someone out there.
Wow. Northern Breeze just sat on top of this tower, sniped everyone out using the G7 scout, and upgraded his armor from blue to red.
That's
And then he just dropped it off.
Man.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
dropped
he
it off to
gave it
startup
blue.
guy. Yeah, I guess now Praj is gonna be the next guy to get a red shield.
Probably, dude. Like, this guy is running a business. His business includes a G7 scout, a tower,
One more shot and
an
he's
AK
on to one more shot and he's on to purple.
Yeah, but I think Proj has his own purple now, so he can just keep that for himself. He's gonna be able to take
There
that
you
back
go.
home a little bit. And now, it's another shield point for him. But honestly, look at this guy. Proj, he actually falls off by accident. Poor old Proj. To get himself back up there, but...
There's a
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Isn't there like a jump pad? Isn't there
No.
like a jump pad right there?
Yeah, there is a jump pad, but it's super dangerous. Trying to fly on back up there when you know for a fact that there's a lot of other squads who can swarm you. It's not a good position. It's better to opt to go in for the rotation right here and now. Yes, it was a mistake, but this is a good time to go in for rotation because a lot of the other teams, they know that they're here already. So just go in for the rotation, give up the power angle, or you could stay here until the last 30 seconds and then go in for rotation. Going in for it earlier is better than trying to stay here, going in for a possibility of a kill instead of guaranteeing a better spot in the following circle.
How do they glide like this, man? Damn.
Enemy over there.
Seriously,
I
have a lot. I seriously have to learn how do these guys do it.
Elementary,
to
my
nail.
dear Watson.
Yeah, I mean, it just sometimes gets really difficult, by the way, but it's gonna get difficult for the squad that was holding in this position, but they've already repositioned themselves, so that's nice. That's handy. Popping off can go ahead and take this compound, and they can camp on it. Kind of the rotations coming out from another team that were trying to flank them, so pretty good.
Brothers,
All they have to do is just wait it out.
level 3. Oh, look.
Chilling and trying to see what they can find actually. But looking at their positions, I don't really like this. It's gonna keep popping off, not in the best possible spot to save the AEs. They need to push themselves forward just a little bit more because the positions that they're holding as of right now, it's not a good spot just yet. But hey, slowly but surely they're trying to go in for that engagement. They're trying to play it more systematically. But Assassin, I don't like this. They're in a pretty bad position for Northern Breeze, man. You gotta stop. He became one with this G7
Oh, the
scout,
squad
and he's
is-
just being an absolute nightmare. But there's a squad down, putting them one right below them. But you don't push Proj and you get out of it alive. Beautiful use of the UIA, causing a massive amount of damage, being able to take down SKS. A couple of massive shots from the side of Startup. He's trying to go in for that kill, but an absolute chaos. Inducing here, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be Edith coming on down through, holding it down strong with that turbine. Now gonna be going up against Proj. He has that shield though, but Proj still has the biggest advantage that he can have. He has an EVA 8, he has an R301. He can easily go in for a couple of kills. He can easily go in for a couple of plays. One person has already been picked up. He needs
No!
to really, and he's just not gonna be able to find it. Instead, 100 pings. They're gonna be able to take it all back. They're gonna be able to bring it all back in their favor once again as well and eat it. Because of the shield that he had in his favor, he was able to pick up his buddy almost immediately. Keep it going for their end, ladies and gentlemen. 100 ping. They're gonna be able to take that #1 seed and possibly just bring it on back onto their side. Because look at this. 100 ping. They're on 52 points, and if they win here, they're a guaranteed position here already. Assassin moving on down over to the grand finals, which are going to be held really soon.
By the way, Wasabi are already wiped out, so I feel as if they've already taken the 6th spot. That's at 100 ping.
Yeah, they're going to take it no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they get the win or not. Placing top 3 is more than what they
Overkill.
could have, more than they could have actually hoped for this game. Taking on the side of popping off was just a cherry on top of the cake, and it was an amazing job coming out from the side of Edith. He played it out perfectly, by the way, and with the Mastiff, he actually showed everyone that the Peacekeeper and the Mastiffs are actually much better than what an EY8 can do.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it's still day #2, but hey, it's a silver lining if you're able to go on down towards that 6th position. You're going to be able to take that deep breath and start off the next day on a proper note. But at the same time, I believe the Stark Incarnate, they have their own plans here, and they're probably going to be the ones who maybe going for their own engagement, going in for that first immediate push. They're going to be able to take out high ground, and now just rain grenades. It's time to just force them down into the open. Oh
Wow.
my god, the L-Star!
And the Spitfire on top of that. Good night. Good night, Fizz.
Okay.
There's no way that you're gonna be making it out alive after that. After the Spitfire coming into play as well into the hands of the Lord. Lord is just backed up and ready this time around though. He's like, you know what? Just bring it on, guys. I'm gonna show you what the Spitfire can do, and he gets himself another one. Nuke goes down. We might just be seeing the side of Team Stark Incarnate to go ahead and get themselves a squad wipe right about now. And with that, we see 3 squads left out really soon. One more player left out in that squad, by the way. And I feel as if Stark Incarnate are going to go ahead and face off against the side of 100 Ping as well, who made their way in towards this area. So it's going to be a 3 versus 2 versus 1 for the side of Stark Incarnate. Actually, you know what? 6 hostiles are there, so make it a 3 versus 3 versus 3.
Yeah, I kind of
Actually,
don't
a 3
like
versus
this
3.
at the same time. Because look at that positioning. Stark Incarnate, they're right on top of a squad. They need to take them down almost immediately. They heard that revive and they're like, yep, it's time to go in, man, and it's time to take down the squad holding on down from the very bottom. And now they're going to be hitting on down over and facing off against the side of 100 Ping. I do believe he's on the other side of the map. They're trying to go in for their own initial push, but still, they're going to be able to get themselves back up to full HP almost immediately. They have the HP, they have everything, and they have the resources to make it work. But 100 Ping, they're not going to be staying for long. They're going to be able to go in for the forward position, forcing for a kidnapping play once again. He just loves his kidnaps, but he's just not going to be able to fight. And beautiful ultimate being placed as well by his very virtual hunter. But at the same time, yes, it gets a little bit of value, it gets a little bit of damage, but that's pretty much it. They have not much to work with here, and it's going to be a reverse Gibraltar ultimate coming on down through as well. The shields have been popped as well. They have absolutely no utility to work with. Right on the top lane, it's going to be the side of 100 Ping. They have the advantage here trying to hold down this position, but they need to be careful because one more other squad is pretty much present, and they are going to be the ones who maybe go in for a little bit of a dusting cleaning session here if they're not careful. AKS, his shield does get popped. It's also very low on HP, and so is Virtual Hunter. They need to heal themselves back up, and now it's all about the resource game. Who's going to be losing out here? Who's going to be using a lot more resources against one another? And now this fight is just going to be intensifying, playing it slow but playing it systematically. It's all about the poke game here, Assassin. Whoever wins the poke here is going to be winning pretty much everything. And oh no, Virtual Hunter, he accidentally goes inside of the teleport, takes a little bit of health damage, but I think that he's going to be healing himself back up to full. And still, it's a 3 versus 3 situation here, and there's one person still alive. It's third squad.
It's a 3 versus 3 versus 1.
What's the one?
So, yeah, that's gonna be the caustic, by the way. Yeah, that's gonna be the caustic. That is Serial Chiller Sid. Serial Chiller Sid is just above Stark Incarnate, and Stark Incarnate are aware of this. Now the problem for Stark Incarnate is that they're gonna be forced in because of the zone, and not only that, if they move out of this building, they're gonna be shot by the side of Team 100 Ping, and at the same time, Serial Chiller Sid is just gonna chill inside of the home, inside of that house through the first floor. Stark Incarnate, they're gonna go ahead and take down Edit, but yep, it is gonna be the side of Team 100 Ping to go ahead and get it away. And 100 Ping are gonna be the champions for this game, ladies and gentlemen. As Aggressive did call it out, we're gonna be seeing the side of Team 100 Ping to go ahead and take it all away. Man, now I feel as if they're gonna be jumping straight towards the fifth or the fourth spot on the overall standings.
Yeah, honestly, they performed this so beautifully here, Assassin. The level of gameplay that they were showing and the level of commitment that they were showing was absolutely perfect. Sometimes what really does happen here on Apex, some of the players overcommit, they give up their positions that they were really wanting to hold, or they undercommit and they don't give up the position at all when they really need to give it up. 100 Ping, they played this immaculately. The level of performance that they were showing, they knew when to go in, they knew when to slow down, they knew when to reposition, and they knew when to just give up on a fight. And the fact that they were not really being over aggressive, they were not trying to show their ego, being like, hey, we're going to be going into this fight and we're going to be taking it down no matter what happens. The systematic play is what really got them the win and got them the kill up against the side of Team Popping Off. Because Popping Off, they just had all the advantages here. We were calling that they were going to be the ones to win. They had the loot, they had pretty much everything, and they also had the position. But what they didn't have is the fact that they got way too complacent trying to sit on down over onto that tower. Imagine a situation where they rotated a little bit earlier and got into a better spot and got building control instead of that small little acre that they were trying to shove themselves into. They had the building in their favor. They got into it, but already the side of 100 Ping, they were right below them. And the fact is that Proj, he didn't really go in over aggressively. He could have gone in for rotation plays. He could have gone in for much more of an aggressive fight. And the utility usage is absolutely perfect from the side of 100 ping. That was the primary
Yeah.
reason why they were able to take that win. And that was really beautifully done from them.
100 ping. I really love the way how they took each and every fight here today, and I feel as if they pretty much secured themselves the win when they went ahead and took on the side of popping off. And the way Edith opened up that portal as well was quite ballsy. And that was quite a miraculous decision right there, because that portal actually gifted them quite a lot of real estate, and that actually put them in a spot where they could take a better position and reposition as well if needed. And it was very easy for the Wraith that is added to quickly use the Void Edge and make his way behind that silo position. And the rest of the gang also followed her. And they just got themselves in a position where they could easily take on the side of Incarnates, Stark Incarnates, and that final player with the name of Serial Chiller who was chilling at the first floor of the building. Match highlights are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight in towards it? And aggressive. I feel as if you might have a lot to say about this game, because we started off on Thermal Station and we ended it off as well on Thermal Station.
Yeah, like honestly,
Actually-
the beginning and the end.
Actually, no. We started off at Overlook. No, we did start off at Thermal Station. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
correct.
we did start off at Thermal
We did
Station.
start off
We
at
were
Thermal
watching the
Station.
rushers.
Actually, yeah. I you know, like I see the devils on the screen and I'm like, no, never mind. This is not Overlook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
'cause-
always
'cause-
sitting there and overlook.
Yeah, we are always seeing the devils on Overlook, right? This was the first time when we saw both of these teams going somewhere else. So yeah.
Yeah, but you have to give it to the Devils, man. They performed it so well. And look at Yesh, man. Like, Yesh was actually able to get a kill down onto a squad with just a Peacekeeper. And he just took them all out. He didn't even heal for it. Really good showing of skill coming on down from them. Dream Esports, they tried their hardest as well to try and maybe go in for an engagement, but they were just being overrun. Flame T, they had the better positions, they had the better guns. They had a shotgun in their favor, allowing them to take this fight. And with that, it's pretty much just done and dusting for them right at the very beginning on towards the side of Fragment. But at the same time, I have to give a little bit more emphasis on the unsung heroes being Enoch. Enoch's team, like Enoch gamers were just able to perform so beautifully. The way that they were able to go in for those different types of engagements, the way that they were able to change up what they were doing was really admirable. Yes, they did die out, but at the same time, it's completely fine and dandy. But at the same time, playing team, man. These guys, they're not plain whatsoever. They have a lot of spices that we didn't even know existed in playing team.
Oh, definitely, or maybe a team with a lot of masala. A tea with a lot of masala, maybe masala chai. I don't know.
That's not my cup of tea, but hey, we're making tea funds here, so it could be.
Yeah, I mean, you will love a good masala chai, and that is the side of Team Plain Tea. Ice
Look
Speed
at
did
these
get
shots,
taken.
man.
Ice Speed did get taken down, by the way. He was instantly got back up as well. He was picked up and he healed himself, whereas we saw the barcode guy go ahead and take a couple of pot shots with that R301 and the HCOG. Then we move in over towards the thermal station once again, with the side of popping off. They're the ones to get pushed onto by the side of 100 Ping. 100 Ping did an amazing job, especially Edith. Edith was the one to get all three of those kills with the Mastiff, and he was the one to go ahead and be crowned as the new kill leader with a total of 4 kills.
Yeah, that Thermite was absolutely beautiful coming out from him. He played that round so beautifully, and he understood that, hey, I don't need to go over aggressive here on the Proj. I can easily pick up one of my buddies because, hey, I have a shield on me. So with the shield, I can easily push back one of my buddies and just pick him back up really quickly before Proj can even reload his guns and try and go for that engagement.
No, the thing is,
Beautifully
Praj did a very smart thing, right? He quickly switched out the shield so that he can go ahead and take on the fight as well.
Yep.
Took his sweet time to get the reload in as well. He could have actually won out that fight, but it's just the heroics coming out from Edith to, get his Gibraltar back up and running, and both of them together
Yeah.
as a unit went into the ahead into the crosshairs of that final player, that is Praj, and he was just not able to take both of them down.
But at the same time, I kind of do feel bad for the side of Stark Incarnate. They had two very, very powerful weapons in their favor. One is the Yellow Star, and the other one is going to be the Spitfire. I thought that they were going to close everything out with that Spitfire, just going on all of their oppositions. And they played it so beautifully as well. But right at the very end, the positional advantage coming on down through from the side of 100 ping, this hurt them a lot. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you need to watch out positions. And wait a second. Did the Bloodhound not even notice the raid that was teleporting right beside him?
Nope. The defensive bombardment came in, right? It was completely concussed because of that. And we saw this epic shield play coming out from Edith to go ahead and take on the side of Destroyer. And Destroyer fell down, Rehman fell down, and then it was all down to Glord. With the Spitfire, he was not able to do much, and he just got instantly taken down as well. And that is how the story for how 100 Ping were able to go ahead and get away from that 7th position is going to be narrated right there. Match standings are ready, so why don't we quickly take a look at how many points did the side of 100 Ping gather in order to climb up on the board as well. And they grabbed themselves 20, just like Stark Incarnate. Stark Incarnate, 11 kill points. They're going to be so sad. No. Doing so much and getting taken down by 100 Ping. That is a pain.
I think that's like something that we can all relate to. Sometimes whenever I do play Apex, I get like a 100 ping and then I die because of it. So I'm coming for your 100 ping one of these days.
All right.
What? It's true.
Wasabi on the 3rd spot with a total of 10 points and Devils on the 4th with 9. If you take a look at the difference, right? 20, 20, and then straight up 10. Stark Incarnate and 100 Ping had like the best final games in a day. Stark Incarnate and 100 Ping, they were just popping off, man. Talking about popping off, unfortunately, they were only able to gather up 7.
That's fine, dude. They're chilling.
Yeah, they're chilling. I mean, they already have crossed the 150 marks. So there's nothing to worry about for them. Hey, the overall standings are ready, so let's dive in towards day 2 standings and see where 100 Ping have placed themselves. And what? They're still at the 7th spot?
What?
1 point. 72.
Point?
Clutch Ministers and Wasabi with 73.
Well, this is a close one. I don't know what's going to happen in day 3, Assassin. Like, honestly, day 3 is going to be a nail biter.
Oh, so Clutch Minister fell down from the 5th spot onto the 6th, and Wasabi, they ranked up to 5th. So that's because of the placement points Wasabi have, and they have a win as well.
That's like, this is incredible, Assassin. Like, yeah, the number 1 position is not going to be contested for pretty much, but it's still pretty close, I would say, because day number 3 is still there.
But man, look at the amount of kill points Clutch Ministers have. 47. It's insane.
I know, like, these guys are way too good when it comes down to their raw aim.
That's like more than Wasabi, Plainty, and Skyhawks.
Yeah.
Like, Wasabi, they ranked up. They had 63 points and they got 10 points out of this match. It was a good one. Clutch Ministers, on the other hand, right? I feel as if they're gonna be really disappointed with that relegation down to the 6th spot. So 100 Ping, they're gonna be the ones who are gonna be most disappointed. By the way, like 1 point, man. But it's okay. They have bridged out the gap, and I feel as if tomorrow, moving in over towards day 3, that is gonna be the final day for Qualifier 3 finals. We are gonna be seeing them. We're gonna be seeing them actually doing quite a lot tomorrow with the performance that they put up today. So 100 Ping, we're really going to be the ones to look out for them tomorrow. There's a huge gap between the 7th and the 8th spot, by the way. 100 Ping are sitting at 72 and more are sitting at 48. That's a massive gap. So I feel as if moving into day 3, that is going to be the final day for Qualifier 3 finals, the storyline somehow is going to be whether or not 100 Ping are going to be able to qualify, whether or not are going to be able to dethrone the Sarah Clutch Minister and Wasabi. And are Wasabi gonna keep on holding on to that 5th spot or not?
Yeah, at this stage,
and also, the side of Plainty have to come up massive. Otherwise, their 3rd spot is at danger.
Yeah, that is really true here because Assassin, at this point, I don't really know how I feel. Like, day number 3 is going to be a roller coaster of emotions. Day number 2 ended on a good note for a lot of these teams up to that number 7 position, I would say. when you go on to the 8th, 9th, 10th, and so on, it's not really that good of a story because 48 points compared to 72, it's going to be quite a big margin that you're trying to fill in if you're not able
Yep.
to go in for a possible champion. So, Mod, they need to try and focus on a champion. If they're able to get a champion in their favor, then and only then are they going to be able to force themselves up and shoot themselves up into the ranking and have a chance of qualifying for the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to remember this is the last qualifiers. This is your last chance to get yourself into the grand finals matchup. Otherwise, it's already done and dusted. You're going to be sent on back home, and you got to wait for another massive Apex tournament that could be coming on down through soon enough from us. So make sure to follow us in our socials and also hit the subscribe and hit the like button to get notified when we do post about all of these amazing tournaments. But honestly, Assassin, I'm really excited. And at this stage, I just want to see what day 3 has in store for us. If I had a time machine, I would go right through it right now and start casting day number 3. That's how excited.
Yeah, that's for sure. We're all excited for that. So let's just keep the hype going on. Let's just see who exactly is going to be the one to go ahead and qualify towards the grand finals with the rest of the 12 squads that have already qualified. Very excited to see who exactly are going to be crowned as the grand finalists out of qualifier 3, because we've got a lot of potential teams, right? The entire setting is so close right now. Qualifier 3 is the best qualifier till now, and I feel as if every single team that is going to be qualifying from qualifier 3 are going to give a tough fight to all the 12 squads that have already qualified for the grand finals. But with that, we come at the end of day 2 for qualifier 3 finals. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what we did, please do go ahead and like the stream, and don't forget to share it to all the Apex communities out there who are, looking forward to seeing what exactly the Indian scene have got in store. And you better go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell notification icon to not miss the update whenever we go live tomorrow. And all the updates regarding the tournament are going to be put up on our socials. Again, links can be found down in the description below, so please do check them out. With that, me and Aggressive are going to sign off. I was your Assassin 47. With me on the desk was Aggressive. We're going to be seeing you guys tomorrow for the final day of Qualifier 3 finals. Until then, goodbye, good night, sweet dreams.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.